everything locked up and everything put inside my tent. So it looks like it's a domain. And no one bothers you if you're inside your tent. Natural law applies. If I'm in my house, you don't come fuck with me because guess what? I might have something sharp that if you come too close or you try to enter, I'll stab you with it. Like you don't
Yeah.
do that. Everybody knows this. So listen, this
Well,
person came, listen, this property owner came down. I had my whole tent
mhm,
set up there. I was back in the second room in these
yeah.
thorn trees that have these 3-inch long freaking thorns all over this tree that the bees are buzzing around. I didn't used to know
Yeah.
what it was. And then recently I figured it out this year that this buzzy zzz, there's thousands and thousands of bees in this thorn tree and they know how to just fly right into the flowers of the thorn tree. And these
Mm,
trees would just shiska baba human. If you got pushed into these thorn trees, you would be damaged. You would be going to the
yeah.
hospital. So, like, this
Maybe
is a
even
safe.
die. Yeah.
Listen, so this is a safe place for me. I'm facing out on a creek bed, and behind me, where the trail is up above me, behind me, what's in between me and the trail above me, is this big, huge thorn tree and huge branches of thorns that are freaking gnarly. You can't get through it, man. If it one of those jabs your eye, you're gonna be blinded. And when it stabs you, you get
Mm,
cut, you're wounded, and you have to heal. Like it goes really deep,
yeah.
like shit. Like I love this little place because I go there in the daytime, nighttime, whatever. I've seen little bats flying around there. I've been there at midnight with the full moon
Mhm,
and bats flying around all this fruit. Like I learned to know the nature of this place.
yeah.
So I would say I know it better
That's
than people that own the
that's
property.
your place. It is where the ground knows you, you know. Uh, the ground below your feet is your friend.
Yeah, and so listen,
He
this
knows you.
this
When a
person that
stranger
I'm gonna tell you,
comes,
hold on.
the ground knows he's a stranger. He's not from there
Yeah, so
because he
listen,
doesn't walk your
so
walk. Yeah.
listen, get beget. I want to tell you this part. So I have my whole camp
Mm,
set up because what I do is I'll set up for a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours.
yeah.
The longest is 4 or 5 hours. I've been out camping, and then had to close it down because I got and I
Yeah.
had to close it all up and go back home. I have a home, nice warm home, but sometimes I choose not to do the easy thing and stay home, but do the hardest thing. So anyway,
Yeah.
listen, I have my whole campsite set up and I'm all locked up. It's all secure. It's all zipped up and everything. Nobody knows what's inside there. I had no lights on. It's in the day. It's in the early evening. And I was just back off inside this thorn tree about
Mm,
not more than 10 feet away from my tent in this little cubby in this thorn
yeah.
tree. That's a fucking huge thing. It's like 50 feet or 60 feet long and wide. It's huge. Anyway,
Wow.
so this property owner came. I think he's the one that owns the property right above. He has a beautiful property.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so this is my little place that I go almost every day and sit in the sun and I just veg and I don't cause anybody any harm. I actually clean the place up and make it
Yeah.
nice for everybody. So he came down. He didn't even see me. I'm looking right at him. Look, this is his property.
Yeah.
I don't, who knows how long he's owned this property, or maybe generations of his family have owned this property. He's this old guy, older than me, like 80-year-old guy. Looks fit.
Yeah.
Looks like he works his property. Has a hat on for the sun.
Mhm.
Like I know the look. Like I know what he's doing. Like he's pretty hardcore, dude. He could not see me at all. Just below his own property. I'm in public land, though. Listen, I'm in a public
Yeah.
park. For me, listen, in a public land, that's my land. There's no curfew for me.
Mm.
You can't tell me to not be on my land. I'm sorry. Whose land is it? Is it some administrator's land? Because I don't see them here face to face. They need to come to me and tell me this is not my property.
Well, I can tell you who made it.
so,
You know?
so it's a trip because they just walked away
So,
and nothing happened.
yeah,
And nothing happened.
when
They
we
told,
talk about properties, like who owns the land, I
Yeah.
can tell you who made it. Yeah, and then we have a
Listen,
different discussion. Yeah,
I'm not like anybody you've ever met. I guarantee you that because look, these people that live in these properties are expensive property, $1 million homes up on the street. Down below is this
yeah,
property where I am living. Like during the daytime, it's my land. I'll be there if I want to be. They have no say in it. They can't control what happens in my public land. I won't enter their
yeah,
property. There's boundaries. I will abide by those
mm,
boundaries. I will.
yeah,
But look, so they live in these properties. They think they're going to control the wild that is right behind their property.
mm,
No, they're making a mistake. So I can go
mm,
there where the owners of the property can't even see me.
yeah. I understand you, Sonny. You are. I can tell you. Look, I tell you this. God made the earth, yeah, the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
So all the houses we built, they are built on His land.
Right. Right. Exactly.
When He came in the world, He didn't enter our homes just like that. He knocked on our doors
Yes. 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 And so many.
and He asked us if we welcome Him inside. And
Mm.
if we welcome Him, He will sit with us at our table and eat with us if we give Him to it.
Look, so
Yeah,
here's the thing.
yeah,
Here's the
that's
thing. I want to tell you. I want to tell you
mm,
there is a different way of living life that we're not
yeah,
aware of. Listen,
yeah,
I found things and I go, that's disgusting. This is man-made items. A
mm,
sleeping bag in the creek. I pulled the
yeah,
sucker out with a stick because I'm smart because I don't want to touch that nasty shit.
mm,
It was all wet and soaking. So I
yeah,
put it up on the side, on the other side, away from my area so it could dry.
mm,
I found a boot and it's a Denali boot, like a hiking boot that could save someone's life if you had those boots. You fucking won't ever get cold with those kind of hiking boots. Like I paid almost $100 for my boots just like it. So I found the one
yeah,
boot. I came back during the next week after that, kept looking up and down the stream for this next boot. And finally I found it underneath this sleeping bag. And then I go, oh shit, it's right there where I found the first one.
yeah,
So I put these boots and I put them up on the side of the bank where the sun shines from the south on these boots. I came back the next day,
yeah,
someone had took the boots.
yeah. They are good. They get disinfected under the sun.
So
Yeah,
listen, I have this idea of like not just being just like a dick,
mm,
but listen, an exchange area. Like there's people that don't know. There's people that are starving on the street. They don't know in the summer there's as much fruit and vitamin C that you would ever need. I don't care if you're fucking tweaking, you're an alcoholic, you're fucking dying. This could save your life because this fruit has 98% water, pure
yeah,
water
yeah,
distilled through these plants. So you know what I do? I go to my garden. You know what? What
mm,
have we been told to do? Mandated to do is to water our garden, right? So I go pee on these trees because it's really dry where I live. So I water my garden and I wait for them to bloom and I look at see how they're doing and they're doing great. Like they're just starting the new little nubs of flowers that are going to turn into literally, listen, these two trees,
mm,
200 to 300 pounds of fruit per season.
yeah,
Per season. So you know how much little me I have probably I have a bowl full of seeds, half a bowl, big huge bowl, about a 12-inch bowl full of seeds. Of this, I probably have 200
mm.
seeds in there. That's 200 fruit.
Yeah. When you plant and
So
harvest, you will always have for winter too.
I took 100 pounds of
Everything.
fruit in the last season. 100 pounds of fruit.
Yeah.
And you know how much fruit fell? 400 pounds fell on the floor that I couldn't gather because it just falls too fast and it rots.
yeah.
So if I could carry more, I could make use of this. I can make, listen, I can make like 50 pounds of quince preserves that would last for like 20 years
Mhm.
in jars.
Yeah, I know when I was a child that
Right?
my grandfather, I was supposed to pick the plums from the ground,
Yeah. Yeah.
for making booze. Yeah.
I thought about that too. Listen, that's a good thing to trade for
Man,
barter. I could make some moonshine with that quince fruit. With if I get a 10-gallon distiller, make a bunch of
mm,
freaking moonshine if I want, and just save it because I don't drink. I'm not gonna
yeah.
drink that, but that's a tradable item for barter.
Well, my
Yeah, it
grandfather was making like
is.
every summer uh, two big barrels, of this moonshine, booze, alcohol, 60 degrees, and
Yeah, no, that like
these barrels, they were so big, like an adult could be bathing inside. They
Yep.
were big barrels. Yeah,
That's freaking amazing, man. Yeah, I thought about
yeah,
doing that. I would run a distill just to like make my own fuel.
yeah.
Yeah, I can make my own fuel. Listen, I can make a freaking hot rod. I'm thinking about making a hot rod that is the engine would be, let's see, you know the size of a Briggs and
Mm.
Stratton motor on a freaking lawnmower,
Yeah.
right? So I'm talking something that half the size of that with twice the power. Because it
Mm.
engineered with high specs,
Yeah.
blueprinted, completely balanced.
Mm.
Like I don't know, it doesn't matter to me because I'm open to the combinations of different power systems that are available to us. Like I
Yeah.
don't care if it's steam turbine, it could be HHO driven, like a combination of the two or three, or a
Mm.
solar electric, freaking whatever you got available. If you're moving, run something that like turn something with your tires too. Multiply. Like I don't care about like zero energy. I don't care. There's ways of multiplying your energy, but tenfold, 50-fold, 100-fold.
Yeah.
So like people aren't
Well.
thinking about all these different things like we possibly can. Like because I'm not only talking about that. I'm talking about technology, yeah, flywheel technology with
Yeah.
high power battery technology with alternative methods of fueling. Like I don't care. Doesn't matter.
Well,
You
the best I would recommend for someone like willing to have energy at your house,
Mhm.
electricity and heat. The best I would recommend is a biodiesel engine. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Well, if you
this is
could
the
have,
best stuff. You can take like even uh, hay, you know, and you can
yeah,
make
yeah,
that into biodiesel. You can take grass,
anything,
corn,
exactly.
whatever. Yeah, you name it.
And
Fruit.
the most you would have to
Yeah,
do is like make it into an emulsion, mix it up with some
yeah,
water or whatever. Like, do
yeah,
there's other things you can do that start the thing
yeah,
going, and then this thing extract the oils from it, run it in your motor.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hi,
And these
hi.
diesel motors, they are amazing.
I
You
know.
can have it even in your house, and all that exhaust from the
Listen,
diesel
Geppy Cat.
motor is not
Yeah.
gonna kill you. Yeah.
I know. Listen, Geppy Gat. Did I tell you the story when I was in Panama? Well, I was on a 50-foot catch, 52-foot catch, a
Mhm.
sailboat, two-masted sailboat, right? So we were
Yeah.
sailing down south. We were in Panama, about ready to go through the canal. We met these party people on a 120-foot brigate, three-masted, with a fucking crow's
Wow.
nest. The whole freaking thing. They had animals on board. They had cotamundi. They had freaking all kinds of weird
Hmm.
animals and people like from every continent on that ship.
Yeah.
Like so we met
Wow.
them. And they had a motor on there that was a one piston. That motor was 6 feet tall, and guess what? They were shoving in there for fuel. Banana
Yeah.
bananas.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It
It
would run on
goes.
bananas.
Yeah.
So you could run anything in these diesels, and that diesel motor, that ship was like 110 years old then. That was 40 years ago.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep, crazy. They were sailing all over the world. Listen, I'm telling you, I want to do this flat Earth sailboat thing because like I'm ready to sail to Catalina. I
Mhm.
see thousands of sailboats out in the harbor here. I'm gonna commandeer one or do fucking something. Buy one for $3,800. Listen, I could probably buy a 36-foot sailboat that could accommodate six easily to trips to Catalina to do observational studies. And meanwhile, go skin diving and fishing for all of our
Mhm.
food, fresh from the ocean. While you're doing it, see the most beautiful place on earth, paradise.
I bet plenty of the people here in the Discord will join you, Sonny.
What's
That
that?
sounds like a badass trip.
See, we got to get moving, man. And I'm a poor
I can't
person.
wait to
Listen,
get
but
sailing.
I have a lot of fucking motivation. And you know what I'm telling you right now is that if you don't speak it out there into the ether,
Oh, I
then
do
it
every
doesn't
day.
come true. It doesn't. But if you speak it out like I'm doing now, that's the first step because I envision it first. Then it becomes reality. How does that work? It's out of my hands. I don't know. Next question. All I know is I see envision us flat earthers going sailing.
Yeah, I sometimes look at these guys from Thailand, uh, which they are building all sort of boats in their own yard,
Yeah, yeah. So
in the
listen,
backyard.
go
Man, but
out.
they build amazing boats, like they are really awesome.
Listen, so listen, here's the thing. Like in the flat earth community, no one really knows who I am. And it's like,
Mm.
it's okay. You guys know me here better than anyone, you know? I'm kind of a ghost to even to myself. So don't feel bad.
Yeah,
Like I don't even know
but
either. But all I know, look, I don't have a lot of resources. All I'm gonna say short and simple is I don't have a lot of resources, but there's other people out there, flat earthers just like me, that know the reality of the world that we live in, and they have the resources, but I have the knowledge of how to get us there and go
yeah,
there. Like you
yeah.
can have the resources, that's fine. I can get us there, really physically get us there, go there
Mm.
for real. I can do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I done it
The
before.
thing is, as I was watching those guys building these boats, they were fiberglass boats,
Yeah.
and the only thing I didn't like is that they were attaching the motor to the fiberglass body uh, directly with metal parts and screws, and that transmits all of the sound through the fiberglass straight in the water.
Hmm.
So if you dive beneath that boat, you will hear it very loud,
Oh yeah,
and
you can hear the sounds.
yeah,
I've been off the
it's
side of
gonna
the boat. You can hear
yeah,
people
and
inside when you're underwater.
mhm,
Yes. Yeah, I've heard
yeah,
that.
and
That's a trip right there. But also listen to this.
yeah.
I've reached out on the bowsprit of a boat and touched a
Mhm.
dolphin with my bare hand.
Wow,
You
nice.
know how they skim underneath boats? They came and skimmed underneath as they're diving in front of the bow, and I reached
Yeah,
down
yeah.
and I held onto the bowsprit, and there's a bobstay there that holds the bowsprit. I held on that, I
Mhm.
reached out with my other hand, I touched it. I
Yeah,
touched the dolphin,
amazing.
but I went and tried to swim with them, and they stayed away a certain distance. They would never
Yeah,
get too close. We stopped right then at that time. I had amazing.
only if you were alone and
Yeah.
no boat around you, they will approach you then and probably help you swim to the shore.
Yeah, but check this out. Look, listen to what I've experienced surfing.
Yeah.
I was surfing out after a storm and I'm swimming along and I
Mhm.
look to my right and there's a freaking pit bull. Whoa, a dog. Dead, though. I didn't know it was
Wow.
dead. A dead pit bull going out into sea from the San Diego River. Then when I was out there before, I forget what kind of day it was. I surfed like every kind
Mm.
of day. I'm surprised I didn't die. My board nose dive into the sand before. Could have been
Mhm.
killed. Someone tried to shove their board through the back of the wave to hit me in the leg. Oh, that could have broke my leg.
Wow.
But anyway, but I was out there surfing out in the lineup. Little old me. I'm a fucking badass. I go out there and look. I'm out there and guess what? Like all of a sudden, right off to your right quarter is this. Arf! A fucking seal comes up and barks at me.
Wow.
A dog with teeth. Arf!
Yeah.
That freaks you out, but you just go, well,
It
it's
makes you shit your pants. You can drop
wild.
it. Yeah.
You're already wet. You're in the water. So if you
Uh,
do shit your pants,
yeah.
whatever it happens.
Nobody
I never
sees.
had to. I
Yeah.
never had to shit my pants. But I've been falling down waves where I go, I'm dead, man. I can't survive this. I'll
Yeah.
never live. And I did. But I've also made waves where I'm like, how did I? Holy shit, I made that. And here I am in this green curl of water in a tube, flying across the wave, like in a tube of green water. Like, wow. They call that the green room. But that's been actually, it's so weird because now I'm speaking about it and I was like, I feel like I was old then, but that was a long time ago for me already. It's wild how things change in life.
Yeah.
I think there must just be a natural order of how things change in their life. And I think everybody that, like anybody that's 30 years old, that they'll experience the same thing I did years old, pretty much. It just happens to
Yeah.
be. When you're 40, then you experience
Sunny.
another regimen, another change. That changes, like the same thing. It happens to all of us. And so I don't understand that.
Imagine how you never imagine in your life that the world will actually reach this state we are today. Like what it has become. It's shocking to me. Even today, it's hard to comprehend. Like what we lived in the last 2 years,
Yeah,
it's man,
yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
disappointed.
I'm not disappointed. You know what? Because I don't even care anymore. It's a non-issue.
I am disappointed in mankind, you know.
No, I'm not. I'm not. You know what? I'm vindicated because I pretty much
I
knew. That's the way it was.
I
I wouldn't admit it to myself that I even was that stupid, like that I was that dumb, but I was. And if I don't admit that, I'm lost.
yeah,
So the people that are lost doesn't confuse me anymore. It's a way, it's an order of things. It's the way it's supposed to be. We're
yeah,
not going to change the order of things. The way it's supposed to be is the way it is. Get beget. I'm not saying it can't change. It will, and it is. But I'm going to be the one that makes the change, just like you will, and that's how us even connecting here like
yeah.
this, spreading out amongst each other is. That's what we're doing.
We
Don't.
can only hold together. That's all we can do, you know. But
I know.
yeah, what I mean is that it saddens me a lot that 2/3 of mankind are in the wrong side, you know.
Yeah, but listen, don't count them. Don't put them up for the count yet. You know what? Don't do that
Yeah, yeah,
because listen, get that's not our business.
true. Yeah,
Yeah. So I need to keep my mind on what my job is, and what my job is to simply
mm,
continue moving forward and advancing. And like I feel for me as an individual, it's an ascent through spiritual development. I'm just
mm,
a baby. So what
yeah,
I've learned and what all of us have learned is really quite valuable to rest. Like I talked to my neighbor and she had never heard this information before from
mm,
anyone. And she listened and she was the most honest person. I was like, I was in tears eating my dinner. I'm telling you, man, this is a true
mm,
story just today. You know? Like, and I'm not gonna be a little
yeah.
like I'm not like I'm an
I
adult.
know simple things of life beat the movie,
I'm just
like
so
beat
happy and
the crap of any movie. Yeah,
I'm so grateful that you guys are all there, that I'm still alive, you know. That I could have not made it, easily could have not made it. And
Yeah,
today I get
this
to
is
talk to
life,
my,
Sonny. Life
I get to
is
talk,
pain and suffering, you know.
I get to talk to my son.
And
He turned 25 and he's done all these great things,
yeah,
and like I'm so grateful. I was such a fool though before. I'm
no,
I'm really sorry about those times, and I'm not gonna get. I am all
I thought
sobby.
also I
Listen,
I was a fool,
I'm not gonna
but
hide behind.
I would not change anything.
Listen, I'm not gonna hide
Yeah,
behind this microphone and say that I'm not
exactly.
all sobbing and like crying, like because I am, and I don't give a fuck either. Like I tell people that may have thought otherwise about me,
Mhm.
say like with this sweeping action in front of me, you don't take this as weakness, do you?
Mm,
You know, I may be
yeah.
different. So, like, listen, I was a little kid that was like teased and freaking abused. Like, as a little kid, little skinny little kid.
Mm.
People picked on me, fucking attacked me, beat me up, all kinds of shit. And I don't have to be angry at like all that stuff that happened to me because it just happened. I don't blame those people, like, whatever.
Mm.
I learned to get over it myself because you know why? Because I had to, because there was nobody for me there to tell me it was okay. Even during those times
Well,
after I got beat up, no one there to comfort me, tell me it was okay, ever. I grew up with a
there are
very
some.
narcissistic father, very regimented military, like
Yeah,
uncaring, just like fully disciplinarian. That's it. So I was a sensitive little kid that I still am. And I was punished for stuff that I didn't even do.
we all been, but it's not
So
that we didn't deserve, or you know, others did worse and got less, and some did less and they got worse. You know,
yeah, but
worse
it doesn't
punishment.
matter. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because look, I don't care. Like,
Mhm.
because I know there are people that have had much worse than me, much, much worse.
Yeah,
And I've heard their stories my whole life. Now I don't know why that is, but like most
yeah,
people I meet that are just happenstance, that I happen to connect with for whatever reason, there's no explaining why the connection doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up any kind of reasoning that you
mm,
meet this person at that time that you meet them, then they connect. And I learned something about myself, and then I know I had something important right there to say, but I don't know. Like it's only one day, so like I have tremendous hope for tomorrow because I don't take for granted tomorrow anymore.
well, believe me, the fact that we talked today is proof that you never been alone. You know,
Yeah,
he
that's
was always there with you, even despite the fact that we
I know.
don't see him. You know,
I know.
he's always.
Listen,
He's
Cappy
the
Cat.
only one that protects us. Yeah,
That's awesome that you would say that because out of
yeah,
everything else that's happened, like I could be lost at sea, literally a lost soul. Me,
yeah,
that's me, Sonny, lost at sea. But I've always known somehow, I don't know how, that there's something greater than me and it's been watching over me, even though I was looking
yeah,
up before and
yeah,
saying, I know you're up there, but I just have to do this right now. I know,
yeah.
like, and I don't know how you got me out of the last mess. And then I would have to like fall down and stumble and skin my knees again until I realize it took
Yeah,
me many,
I
many
don't
years.
know if you remember the time when you were a parent of a young child
Yeah.
which just discovered walking, you know.
Yeah.
Parents are often very careful, like when they start running, they run after them and hold hands like
I
careful
know.
not to fall and stuff like that.
It's
But
true.
sometimes the parents, they see the child is running and they see it that he will fall, and they say, watch out, you will fall. And the child will fall and then he starts crying. But the parents know that it won't be a bad fall, like nothing bad will happen, just a little scratch on the knees or.
You know
Yeah,
what? Listen, that's funny because we
yeah,
used to all lay on this big bed, like my girlfriend, we
exactly.
were all laid there as a big family watching the TV, and my son
Mm,
was a little baby. And my
yeah,
little kids, my little two boys, when they were like 1 year old, and they were doing weird stuff like lifting their head up and
yeah.
looking and smiling. And you go, they're not supposed to do that. What are they doing? And so my son Nick, he just barely learned how to talk. He was less than 2 years old. Like barely, he could
Yeah.
barely say the few words. He slid off the bed and went boom. And there's a dresser and shit over there. Where'd you like you? Are you okay?
Oh.
He's like, I'm okay.
He
And then
knew how
listen,
to say, yeah.
and then listen. One time, then we had this cat, and my
Yeah,
wife. Well, we all lived together. She was my wife. My wife. She goes, a cat just came in here. She saw it. She
yeah.
goes, a cat just came in the room. And then we got that cat, and you know what? That cat was our pet. That cat came to us, and we kept that cat.
Uh,
And I'm gonna cry
and
right now because after I separated from my wife and I left her, and my kids were gone for a while, and I
mm,
went up to my neighbor's house I used to surf with, and I went up, which is the next building over and upstairs from where we lived,
yeah.
like around the courthouse, and
Mm,
my cat came up and started meowing at his door because
mhm.
he knew I was there. And then guess what though? Here's the sad part. Okay, shocker. Shocker. So spoiler alert. So that cat eventually a cat got hit by a car on the street there and died.
Yeah, this is how I feel something pretty the same. I had a dog, a hunting dog, and he was
I'm
very,
making everybody cry. Huh?
he was very
Everybody that's ever
intelligent,
lost,
you
all the
know.
brothers that have lost a pet, everybody's crying now. I'm sorry. We could change the subject. I'll go on to something else. I'll shut
But
up.
yeah, the thing I wanted to say is I understand loss, but you see, the time when I had a dog, I was so confident on myself and my dog also.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but
no.
the thing is, I was letting the dog out. He
Yeah.
was going like miles away from home and he
Oh,
was coming back
yeah.
alone.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was going at school, and I found myself in the tramway that the dog was beneath me, He was
Oh,
following me with
no.
the tramway. I
Wow.
already got to the school and then uh, I have to go to the school. I can't be going back home with the dog.
Oh.
And I tell him, go home, you know. And I
Yeah.
saw him, he's going to the station, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed there. A tramway came, and my dog jumped in the tramway and he went home. When I saw that, I was mind
He
blown.
went home
I
with
I
you,
said,
or he went home with you, or he went home separately from
"Yeah,
with you. So
with
listen,
me all the way to the
listen,
school, but
listen,
in the
listen,
downtown."
listen, get beget. After
Yeah.
this, I'm going to tell you a story about my pet dog and my father going to look for our dog, and then I want you to talk about something that cheers me up right before going on this
Yeah.
bike ride, this crazy midnight bike ride in San Diego by myself because I have to go outside. But no, listen to this.
Yeah.
So this is
Go
dovetail
ahead.
what you were saying, and just bear with me because I'm doing more than one thing. I'm trying to roll this because I have to take it with me.
Oh,
Now,
nice. You
now
have some.
listen. So hold on.
Mm,
Bear with me because I'm very slow and methodical. So one moment.
yeah.
Okay. So my father and my dog. Okay. So my dog, Mister, was a long-eared freaking beagle, a bird
Mm,
dog.
yeah.
So we lived in St. Louis, right? So we lived in this neighborhood, and my dad one morning goes, Mister's gone, so come on with me. We'll go in the car. So I'm a little kid. So of course I'm going
Yeah.
with my dad wherever he says to go. So I love my dad. So I go with my dad, and we're traveling along this law. This is
Hmm.
so freaking weird, man. So we're traveling along this. On the right side of us, we're going along the street, a two-lane street, right? We're just probably like 35, 40 mile an hour speed limit back in those days, 40
Yeah.
miles an hour maybe. And my dad goes, look, over in the field. My dad knew where to go somehow and went to this field that was like long, tall grass, about 3 foot tall, 4 foot tall grass. And
Oh.
and he goes, look over there. I look to the right. I'm a little kid in my dad's car with him. He goes, look to the right. And I see my dog jumping up. He would leap up over the grass and then dive back down his ears. You could see him going boom, boom, boom. And we pull over and we pull my dog in. And guess what?
Yeah.
Isn't that a trip? So listen, that's the same dog that I was out always in the neighborhood, way younger than it should have been. But I had my dog with me, so I think it was Mister also, and I forget. I think I was throwing rocks. Like I would throw rocks
Uh-huh.
and sticks and shit like that. So somehow my dog got a rock stuck in his mouth. And I had to
Oh.
reach my hand in, and it was trying to pull, and I had to pull the rock out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And then, listen, when I was a little kid, almost the first memory, this was hidden knowledge in my family because my mother was watching me a lot of times, and she wasn't watching me, and so
Mm.
shit was happening. One of the things that happened, I was 3.5, 4 years old. I was a little kid. And I go up the hill like only like 2 buildings away, and up on the ridge I could look down in this little valley area, flat area, where there's these old houses where there's this old black woman living with a big huge dog. Now later, I could tell you later on, I went to that very same house and looked inside, so I saw the very house as an older kid in the same, like I lived in a different neighborhood. I traveled all the way there and went to see if it was real or not. So anyway, I was a little kid. Here I am, 3 years old. I'm a little kid. I'm just enjoying life. I'm at the top of the ridge, and I see this lady sitting on her porch down, this old black lady sitting at the porch with this big black dog. And the dog looks at me at the top of the ridge and alerts. He was about an eighth of a mile to a quarter mile away from me. So he was probably
Yeah.
like maybe 300 yards right away from me. So that's 1,000 feet. And he came running up the hill, and then I saw him coming, and I turned around and ran, and he pushed me down, and that's the last thing I remember. Then somewhere along the line, I was told that I had gotten all 14 shots in my stomach for rabies, and they had to put this dog down because it ran that far away and attacked me, a little kid, and pushed me down, it bit me in the back. And
Wow.
the funny thing about that is, look, I've never been afraid of dogs, and dogs love me. Like I don't care how big of a dog, they
Mm.
all love me. They never have harmed me. I look at them and they look at me and we go, "Cool, nice to see you here. We know each other. We came from the same place, sort of. Yeah, we're dogs. You're humans, but we can dig in. Came from the same home office, right? Just down the corridor. Yep.
Yeah,
That's why.
man.
That's what I
When
see when I see
you
dogs. Yeah, my dog,
when
little
you
dog.
own a dog,
Hmm?
when you own a dog, these are normally beasts,
So you know what makes me cry so
and
much though? Listen, I had a very hard father. So my dad took us and kittens and my cat with brand new young kittens and released them out into the wild. Let them go by themselves. And then
uh,
he told me that my cat that loved me dearly, that lived with me on the boat for 8 years. My cat Tyke, the most beautiful cat, like a little tiger that lived in the boat
yeah.
with me, and that he ran away. He might have ran away because I was gone,
Hmm.
but he never came back, or my dad got rid of him because he was an asshole, like. Oh shit! I'm so
That's
emotional today. Fuck. I gotta stop.
yeah, but um, you can't change that, and it's the way he was, and no matter how he was, you should never say those things about your dad, despite the fact he
No,
was
I
bad
know. You
and
know
good.
what? Listen, like
Yeah,
I love him. He knows I
yeah,
do, and I know he's up there looking
that's
down.
good then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know he knows things now that I know, and I feel confident in that. So when I
Hmm.
go over to the other side and we have a discussion, we will have a discussion
Yeah.
about the nature of things,
Uh,
horizon, water level.
if your dad wouldn't have been the way he was, you wouldn't have been who you are today.
No, and you know what? That's a good thing. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I know how to survive. And I think that's a very
Yeah.
important thing. And even though the emotional connection wasn't quite
Mm.
there, it doesn't matter because, like,
And
I have my
you
own path.
know,
I probably wasn't meant to know that from him. I
yeah,
needed to learn that on my own because I'm a literally show me state. I'm this little kid. I grew up in the creeks
I
in
tell
Missouri.
you something. I tell you something, Sonny.
Fuck.
Some children get broken by their parents, and that is actually
You have
somehow
no
God's
idea.
will,
No, I know you do.
because
I know you
it
do.
is better. It is better to be broken by your own parents instead of be getting broken by the world
You know
coming
what?
at you.
I got broken by the
Yeah.
world, but you know what? I'm not broken. But anyway, I want you to
Mm.
change something to a really positive thing. Get
Yeah.
from you. I want to hear your positive take because I know you have it, and like I just appreciate people. Like I appreciate everything about people,
Mm.
your heritage, your bloodline, like who you really are, like that's what's valuable. Like it's not like that we're separate though. That's what the lie that was told to all of us. That we're separate. We're not. We're just different. Who
My
cares?
heritage is complicated.
Oh, I love it though.
my
Yeah, aren't you Romanian? Like no,
yeah,
no.
my name is Jude, and the legacy of my name is to judge.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. That's rude of me.
Bless you.
Hello, dude.
Hi, Jude.
Hello.
How do you say hi, Jude, in your language?
Bună Jude.
Bună Jude.
Bună Jude.
Bună Jude.
Yeah.
What
Bună.
language is this?
Bună Jude. Good to meet you today, Jude. I hope you're
Thank
feeling
you.
well
Thank
today. I hope you had a
you.
good breakfast. How was your day today? I'm silly as I'll get out. But it doesn't matter because we're all here together. So
What
to
is
be honest,
this language?
so Demi Case. Hi, how are you, man?
I'm fine.
Are you new to the server? No, you're a Gold Plus. Hi, man. Wait a minute. Are you
I'm
just
here from 27. 10, 7.
20
Oh,
2017?
2017, yes.
Me too. Very good. Nice to meet you. There's so many people that are new, that are flat earthers, that are gold and gold plus that I've never even met, which is amazing to me. Yeah. So I know anybody that's here like that. You've been here since 2017, like me, 5 years, right? I'm coming up on my anniversary, March 23rd. I discovered flat Earth. I watched 200 proofs after 3 years of shoving it off to the side, and that's all it took. The next was 2 or 3 weeks of looking at water all around me here in San Diego and the coast at the harbor. Oh, it was over really quickly.
Yeah, but how long did it took you to look at that water?
The very next day.
Oh,
Very
come
next
on,
day.
man. No, like from the day you were
No.
born up until to the day you had your first look and start thinking how much of it is laying flat, level,
Uh,
horizontal.
how many years
Yeah.
in between did I live before I
Yeah.
discovered? Next question.
Next question.
Way too long. I don't want to talk about it. Okay,
Yeah.
how's that for an answer?
The same here. It was the same here.
If I
Yeah.
told you, listen, I'll tell you. I'll be honest with you because I love y'all and you're my friends. Listen, I thought I was on the globe for 58 years.
Wow.
50,
Yeah.
58
Well,
years. So
to me
think about those
too.
numbers for a
About
second. Wait. Yeah.
33, 34 years. Yeah.
Illuminati confirmed. Get good. Holy crap.
Wow. Yeah.
Change all those numbers to like 32 and a half or 34. You can't say 33
Well, I can't
because,
because
because
that
all these numbers. Hold on.
33.
Listen, what I'll do is, what time is it there where you are, Get Get?
Oh, here it's 9 a.m.
9 a.m. You
You
have a whole day ahead of you.
same in France.
Shit.
Yeah,
You know
but
what
I
I'm gonna
was
do?
night shift.
You know what I'm gonna try to do? And somebody's probably gonna be following me, but maybe not. Like I said before, they can't. They can't. They
Hmm.
can't follow me. But anyway, like as a treat, it's a daytime. Do you have to work today?
Sorry?
Are you working today?
Yeah, night shift.
Oh, you're
Nighttime.
night
Yeah.
shift. So you just got home?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to
Yeah.
sleep soon. Okay, so I tell you what, I'll try to remember, but as a special
Hmm.
bonus treat from Sunny here, I'm going to send you a picture of an address here on a street
Oh,
that the building is not on. That's 666 Del
wow.
Prado. And the building is not even on Del Prado. That street doesn't exist at that part of town anymore.
Hmm. Interesting.
So I'm going to go out later. It's midnight now.
I work on it
Yeah.
afternoon.
Enjoy your time, Sonny.
I'm
Enjoy
going to send
your
you a picture.
walk.
I'll put it in a voice text. Remind me tomorrow if I forget, because I know you're going to sleep after working all
Or
night.
DM it. DM it.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
DM it to you. I will.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cool. Enjoy your ride, Sonny.
Yeah. You
Be
know what I
safe.
used to listen? You know what I used to do? Get with my friends in the Navy after night shift. We used to come to my
Yeah,
place
what?
we used to come to my place with my 4 band members with all of
Hmm.
our gear and a 12 pack of beer after we got off at like 7 a.m. and came
Yeah.
to my house in Ocean Beach here at the beach and played rock and roll music at 8 a.m. to like 10 a.m. till I passed out. And my wife, she put up with that shit. But
Well, last night before going to work, while I was having my coffee and listening here, I was actually talking with you. Yeah.
awesome, man.
Hmm.
Right on.
Okay. Have a nice ride, Sunny.
Thank you. If I make it that far,
Take care.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try. Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna try. Oh wow. Need some more juice. Oh wow. Oh yeah. You don't know how much you miss something like plumbing until you're without it. Yeah. Try being without your plumbing for a little while. Instead, you have to go down to the creek and you have to carry a 5-gallon bucket of water up to the casa every morning, at least twice a day, maybe. Anyway, I digress again and again and again. No one else is talking. I mean, I told y'all before, if you let Sonny take the reins of the radio program, I'll start playing and making a radio show with electric guitar as a what would you call it? Background. Oh shoot! What happened to that? The filter fell out. What? Are you all still there? Anybody there? Hello? Hello?
Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane. You were talking about being invisible. Made me think of that.
Oh, hey, I see you guys like Rookie, Stormfire. Right on. I don't know why everybody's so quiet. You know you all got big mouths and want to say something, so freaking pipe up, will you?
You've been at work all day.
Oh, okay. I get it. Me too.
You smoking?
Say, what is that, Jamsy? No, don't see Jamsy. Who is that?
No, it's Demikaz.
Demikaz. Hey.
What are you smoking?
Well, do you really want to know specifically?
Some weed?
Yeah. This one is called Garlic Breath. You heard of Mendocino before?
What?
Mendocino? No comprendo.
No entiendo.
No comprendo, sí, vato. Anyway, I'm just being silly. Don't mind me. Anyway, yeah, it's a botanical variety, I guess you'd call it, of some friends of mine. One time removed. A friend of mine, one time, a friend of a friend. That would be more clear. Grows it himself. He runs the whole farm up there. And I get the end result. But I have some botanical entity of my own right now. So.
Yeah, I was about to start up in, what day is it? Still probably a few weeks away.
Yeah, gonna start up spring. Good time to do it.
Yeah.
This was a basically November crop, and now in April it's gonna be harvest time. It's beautiful. It's getting to be like I only have a 4-foot by 2x2x4 tent. It's almost at the top now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to start bending them over because they're starting to fill in. Like they're gonna be at least a foot long, and I have probably 6 of those.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys that have to bend them over like that. Can't
So I'm
think
gonna
of
have to
their
do.
method.
I'm gonna have to do a sea of green. I'm gonna have to make a crisscross thing with. I have stuff I can use. Like I can either use nylon cord or or my plant tie stuff and make a mesh across, crisscross, so I can put them in between. I just have to do that. That's it. That's all that's left now. But it's just starting to fatten up. Like it's really filling in. It's amazing. Never had one go this well. Like this thing is huge. Like it's almost up to my. It's past my waist now.
I've only done one season of 13 females.
Oh, really?
They
Nice.
ranged from, I think 2 of them were 6 feet tall, and then the
Wow.
range was like, 3 to up to that.
And
this
how much
last
would
season-
how much would something like that produce? A 6 foot tall plant.
Mm,
2 pounds.
well, it varies
4
between
pounds.
growers, but I certainly didn't even get. I don't even think I got a pound.
Oh, from one. Okay, that makes sense to me. Because listen, I grew 2 other plants before this. They were half as small. They were tiny, and I probably screwed them up because I made a bunch of mistakes. I killed them all. I eventually killed them. But the most I ever produced was probably like 9 grams, and I'm like, for like that much time.
Right.
So this one, I got
was
this
a lot for me.
apparently. I got this one. I planted 3 seeds, and there was one that was a runt. There was 2 that were runners up, and at first I was letting them live as Siamese plants because I thought maybe they could both do it. Eventually, the runt just didn't survive, and this other one goes, "I'm just gonna take over." Boom. She's a she's a girl to be reckoned with. This girl plant is like, I'm proliferating because I seem to be getting fucked with. You spread me all out and bonsai'd the shit out of me early on in age. And yeah, I did. I all bent it out in shape because I listened to somebody on here that knows about bonsai. So I bonsai'd it at first, and now it's perfectly formed. And now the the way it's going straight up, it's right in flowering. It's taken its time, so it's growing really long colas, and they just keep going up. And so these taller ones are almost reaching the top. Pretty soon, I'm gonna have to take drastic measures, and I've heard that some more extreme training like methods will cause them to even put on more weight because they think there's some kind of stress. So I'll just bend them over, put them in a sea of green. Yeah, they'll just keep going. Then eventually, when I cut these first ones off, they'll be a foot long, and then the bottom ones will keep growing up, and then I'll have another harvest later of another couple feet long. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, the plants
it
are
goes that
beautiful.
well.
It was fun.
Yeah. I can't believe how much it looks like it's going to produce because, like, once I did some small changes, like, it's amazing. I did this full root flush recently, and that's what it needed. As soon as I did that, it, like, pumped up. You could see everything that was blooming green just go boom and grow like a half an inch in one day. Crazy. Like, and all spiraling up and starting to spiral up to create those colas. Like seeing it twist around like that.
Yeah, I've
I
only
never
ever
had
grown
one.
from seed,
Yeah, it's a difference.
and
Oh, there's
it's
yeah.
pretty incredible, the whole process.
You've never grown from seed?
No, I only have. Yeah.
Oh, you only have. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, and
Yeah, a
what
lot of
I'm
people
amazed
have
at.
those. What do they call them? Shit.
Man, mango nectar. God, it's so good. So what I like about this particular strain, it's supposed to be the
Clones?
best one for PTSD, bipolar, or any kind of trauma type things. It's one of the strongest medicinal strains. What it is,
What strain?
it's a hybrid between
You said
sour
mango?
diesel, and Sensi Star. It's called Death Star. Amusingly enough, being a flat earther, that is death. So I'm renaming it Sour Sensi.
Nice.
So what it is, the Sensi Star is from Amsterdam. They took a Russian Siberian strand, ruderalis, Cannabis ruderalis, that grew on the streets and the sides of these little ditches on the side of the road in harsh conditions. So they became like autoflowering. Like in their genetics, they're autoflower. So they create these short, squat little bushes that put on a lot of weight and are wider than they are tall. So they're huge, like fat little bushes that are stout and strong. So
Yeah, I had a few like that.
and mixed with sour diesel and this other very high potency. Let me see. Let me look it up. What is Sensi Star mixed with? Let me just look it up. Here we go. Let's see.
Surprised Bong hasn't spoken up about this.
This
He's
is
the,
a 70.
king gardener.
It's a 70-30. Sensi Star is a dominant indica variety strain. It has a strong indica high. It has an incredibly high THC concentration that starts from 20%. It has very unique and pungent aroma that sometimes seems sweet. Its aroma has a hint of citrus and earthy flavors as well. Strain has a mossy appearance that a greenish and rust color Sensi strain has a good taste that is a mixture of earthy and citrus. Let me see. Positive effects. Amazing. A strong calming effect on your nerves, making you feel happy and euphoric. At the same time, you feel relaxed. You can also help you feel more creative for treating anxiety, depression of different kinds. You can use it for curing hyperactivity, for inattentiveness, and helps improving focus like it does for me. So it's a perfect strain. So you can smoke when you're suffering from migraines, pain from insomnia, or loss of appetite. Has little or no side effects. Can be grown both indoors and outdoors. So that's just the Sensi part of it. But its parentage, where is that? That's what I wanted to find. That's what I'm more interested in is the parents. Let's see.
I didn't hear that it blocks propaganda and mind control.
Who's that?
No, that's one of the properties.
Okay, so listen. Indica marijuana strain effects will relax and sedate from head to toe. As high as 20% THC. Strain is crystal trichomes. Okay, I don't want that. Hold on. Where's that? It also has high CBG and CBDs, as well as high THC.
That's the main reason I don't like the.
So let me look up the Death Star. So here we go. I'll get to the bottom of this.
The dabbing.
So that's what the seed is. I labeled it because I got it from a particular strain. I had no idea I was going to grow it. I had 3 seeds left. Only one of them produced anything, and it produced magnificently. Hold on. Like so far.
When are you going to commandeer that boat?
Man, I tell you
You're
what,
gonna need it soon.
I get so freaking bored because sometimes, like I've said this before, I would like to just sometimes sail away from land and go, I'm away from all that crap that's going on over there. Yeah, I have the ocean to deal with, but that's not going to last forever. I'll get to shore eventually. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. No, I'm getting conflicting information when I put. Okay, hold on. I was incomplete on my inquiry, and it sent me a bunch of rubbish. Hold on. Why don't they give me what I want? Can't you read my mind, y'all? Come on, Google. No, you're
You
listening.
want your mind to be read?
No, I'd like to see them try. Because if they get in here, I'm gonna mess them up. So Death Star. Listen, Death Star, indica dominant cannabis
Wait, what is
strain
this?
with 8.
This is the properties?
The one I'm growing. Yeah, the one I'm growing. Death Star is an indica dominant cannabis strain with 80% indica, 20% sativa. Cross between sour diesel and Sensi Star produced this strain with both indica and sativa balanced effects. The strain was featured in High Times in 2010. And it's been highly valued for its ability to unwind both body and mind, blah, 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 blah. The strain's equivalent to that of, it's equivalent, the THC levels are equivalent to that of OG Kush at 27%. Its indica percentage makes it dominant. The sour diesel strain is known for a pungent flavor and smells like diesel. The strain became popular in the 1990s and a sativa dominant strain. So that's sour diesel. We know that. One of the strongest sour sativa ones, yeah.
I want that.
And
those seeds.
so the sour diesel characterized by blah 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 blah. On the other hand, since he stars an indica dominant hybrid that fills its user with euphoric effects, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear the parentage. Hold on.
Yeah, they all give euphoric effects.
Best for anorexia, anxiety, arthritis, mental conditions, chronic pain, headaches, mood disorders,
Everything.
nausea, lack of appetite. Thank you very much. About everything I have,
Cancer.
including insomnia that they didn't mention, which I have too.
Dementia, shit, you name it.
Yeah, really. Consistent use of this strain effectively treats chronic pains, migraines, and cramping of muscles like I have. Wow, isn't that amazing? What a
Atheism.
coincidence that I would find the strain that fits me almost best. And this plant loves me and it's growing for me. It's like, I know you're there. Anyway, it's like, I'm glad to serve you and provide you with this medicine. It seems like you're having trouble breathing. I'm going to fix that all for you. Like the plant wants me to not be in pain. What the hell? I mean, I know I'm talking theoretically or whatever you want to call it, but
Yeah,
it
we're
doesn't
talking
seem to
about
be
pain earlier.
theoretical to me. The plant seems to respond to me.
Yeah, it does wonders.
Yeah, so trippy. I can't seem to get the right information.
There are some people that say, you know, they didn't like its effects or something like that, and I guess I kind of get that. I mean, it's nothing to mess around with. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it's really powerful. But if you have problems like challenges I have,
Oh, I've loved
I
every second
can't
of it.
even
I've never had a
function.
bad
I
time.
can't even function. And if it's strong like that, then I can function perfectly well and do everything I need to do and have a great day, actually.
My mind has blocked the receptors at this point. I can only, you know, I smoke freaking tons and I barely.
I do too, like at least an OZ a month, but that's like other people smoke more than that. Like someone else here was telling me, you have freaking OZ, I need a quarter pound. So,
Yeah,
holy
exactly.
shit.
I bet if I talked to this kind of guy, I mean, they're probably just like smoke to smoke, you know.
I'm a lightweight then, if that's the case. And I didn't think I was
Well, you
because
don't. I
I
mean,
think
you don't want to get there, but really,
no.
I'll tell you, there's really not that many side effects. I mean, maybe you'll be a little lazy.
Or eat more, which I need to do. All of the
Yeah.
stuff I need to do, that's what I'll do. Sleep more, eat more, and
But
relax.
if you eat the right stuff, even if you eat more, it's all right. You just can't be
Yeah,
eating junk.
absolutely.
You can't be grabbing the Doritos and Cheez-Its.
Actually, I
Cookies.
can, because I could use all those calories.
Well, I'm just even if you even if you gain weight or don't gain weight from it, you just don't want what's in that to be in you.
Yeah, you're right, and there definitely is something to that. Yeah, there I could progress and get better with that. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. I am over 19. Wow, that's been a long time ago. Anyway, sour diesel. Anyway, that's a really great like. One
Sounds
of the
fantastic.
best. Like all the good stuff is made from that one. Like what is it called? Blue Dream and all of those that
Oh,
have
yeah.
Granddaddy Perp in there and those blueberry.
Blue Dream's
crisps.
classic.
It's like wow, man.
I haven't smoked in a few years, but it was just how I remember it.
Yeah, I have Wedding Crasher right now and Mendocino Garlic Breath. They're
Ooh.
both super duper, man. Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm smoking. It's
see.
all homegrown stuff.
Oh, really?
I don't know where this guy got this stuff from.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I bought a half pound.
What?
Cheap. Yeah.
What kind of area? Not specifically, but just in general, of the U.S. are you in?
California.
Oh, okay. Okay, that kind of figures. Yeah, man. Wow, there's an abundance, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
It's perfect. It's perfect area up here.
Are you in Northern Cal?
Nah, Central.
Central. Perfect place, man. You got the best bus
Great.
worlds. Shoot. Let's see. Let's look at so a potent cross the
I'll be
Sensi
sailing
Star.
sailing this coast pretty soon.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Are you like at San hold on.
Well, I'll
Hold
be
on.
sailing.
I'm using my divining. Hold on. Don't say anything. Hold on. Are
I'll
you
be sailing
south
where
of
the Black
San
Swan is.
Oh shoot, I just was saying, are you south of Santa Cruz? The answer is yes. Ding ding ding. Near Santa Barbara. Okay, gotcha, man. I've been to Oxnard Harbor. My dad used to take us, my brother and I would get
From
so fucked up and stoned and go right.
Right,
We
right.
would skate 10 miles on a roller skates. We were nuts. And go drinking with people we didn't know at parties that we had no idea where we were.
Right.
Ended up making it
In
fucking
your
home.
20s or what?
Teens, late teens.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Mhm.
Man, that was shit.
In LA.
That must have been in the 60s?
70s.
70s.
Yeah, mids like from 73 to 79.
Gotcha. Crazy time. You've seen it all.
I grew up in Dogtown.
You've seen the all the technology shift, even like a social shift. You've seen it all.
A few
Pretty
times
mind-blowing.
here. Blows my mind, man.
My grandma just died at 83.
Yeah.
And not once did she ever like talk about how many shifts she's seen. You know, I bet she wasn't
I've seen quite a
awake to
few.
much. Though.
I've seen all their tricks. Now I really know what's going on, though.
Right? Isn't that awesome?
I have a much different view of it now. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I bet.
I'm like above it looking at it now, and like they can't affect me. They can't. I'm immune to their bullshit.
You and a bunch of other guys in here.
Listen, I don't care. Listen, I know they're attacking me with frequencies. I feel it, but I don't care because you know what? I'm stronger than they are. I don't care what they could try to do something that, like short of them stopping me and my electronic impulse as a light being. If they try to stop my electronic impulses as a light being, then so be it. If they have the power to do that, let them try.
What do you think about those videos of the people with blisters all over their face and stuff like that? The protesters with blisters on their face.
I don't
see
know.
those videos?
I don't watch anything like that. No. I don't watch any kind of media. Anything that's
I don't
happening.
even know if it was real.
I don't watch any of it. I don't know.
These people, I guess, were attacked. These protesters were attacked by some kind of energy weapons, I guess.
Oh, okay. I get your drift. Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy. First time I've seen this kind of stuff.
Let them try that shit. Because what'll happen is people like me will find ways to make weapons. They won't be aware of what kind of weapon I could create.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
They'll be walking into a situation where I could use sticks and branches and sticks and shit, and make something that could sling the fucking shit out of them. No, like I'm a survivalist, so I'm very mechanically involved. I'm very mechanically aware of situations, so like I can make stuff fall. I can make stuff swing around or spring from a branch, like I make a branch spring, like a big old fucking spring.
So you're one of those like in the bush.
Yeah, or make a ditch that someone falls in.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, or make a ditch that someone falls into that spikes at the bottom. If they want to come in my territory, if they really want to get that badass on me, they will have to. They won't even know. I could booby trap shit. I don't even have to be there.
Well, don't give away all your secrets.
No, I'm not, because I go a different place every day. But I do cover a lot of different areas, but I don't go same place every time. They don't know.
Maybe they don't care very much, but
I don't think they care.
But I bet this Discord's monitored. I mean, how many Discords are like this? Any others?
I don't really care because I'm famous.
Discord
I'm famous, so thanks for the opportunity to share.
When it comes to flat Earth, This the place?
Yeah.
From what I can tell, this seems to be the place.
It's like the epicenter. All the creative power of flat Earth is right here.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I.
That's cool.
What,
that's cool
what I
shit right
believe.
there.
So everybody checks in here, and the people that don't speak up are still listening, and I hear them in their own podcasts, and their own sharing, and their own interviews on their own channels with their own content that they're providing, that they're listening to us. They're using the same arguments that we refined here and sharpened our blades here, right here in this Discord, that we've done this. And so everybody is here listening to us because we're the sharpened edge of flat Earth.
I don't know much about the old stuff, but
yeah.
I guess I've been here for probably over a couple months, and I think I've heard it all at this point.
You see my YouTube channel? You should check it out.
I think I tried to look for it. I was trying to find the your profile image.
I'm being goofy. Here, I'll add you as a friend, Stormfire, because I've heard you a few times. Here's my channel. I sent to your DM. That's me, Flat Earth Consciousness, 2017. So look, I got over 200 channels I subscribe to on there. You can look at my history and look at what all I've watched and what I've added. And there's some conversations of the conversations here on my channel that I've captured and put on there. There's all kinds of good stuff. Some of it's so okay. Some of it, the sound is shit. So you can criticize that if you want. I don't care. Like, I know it wasn't the best. Some of the first videos I made were in 2017 when I first discovered Flat Earth. I made a couple of videos. I made one about that a shadow cannot be made bigger or rather smaller than the object that's creating the shadow because of 2017 eclipse. Yeah.
You recently, man, it was probably only maybe a month ago. You said you had finished refraction. Remember that? And you were did you have that recorded? Yeah. Your like explanation of why refraction can't even
is over with. Yeah.
It was you. You come up with something interesting, and I didn't catch ever what it was. Do you?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is right now. You know how a ball has to drop away in elevation, right?
Right.
As it goes further away from you, out. Let's say you're looking out like the Black Swan, right? So at 5 miles, let's say at 10 miles, let's say where the oil rig habitat is, right? Let's just say out at 10 miles is out there. After that, because we know that's the optical horizon, right? That's where it is apparently, right?
Okay, I'm with you.
So everybody's agreeing with us, ballers included, that is the geometric horizon. They're saying that's it, right? Is there any objection to that part?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. No problem. Now, there's no gotcha here, so no problem. Keep moving on. So listen, at where the geometric horizon starts dropping away, which would, at the Black Swan, actually would be at 1.22 miles. But we don't have to worry about that. Let's just say it's at 10 miles. Because we can apparently, we do see it there and observe it at 10 miles or more, so we'll just go with that. Now, anything that's happening at 10 miles is, guess what? 66.7 feet below your elevation, right? Yeah, so it's not only 67 feet below your elevation, but it is also angled backwards away from you, right? Yes. I'll keep answering because I know the answers. So if this place at 10 miles is facing away from you at an angled away from you and lower elevation, when the light hits that area, where's it going to bounce off to? Knowing Snell's law? At an angle that is above your head, you would never see it. So they can't claim refraction because they're claiming refraction from a surface that is pointing away from you and almost 80 feet below your altitude.
So all those angles of light, it wouldn't be able to reach you. You wouldn't be able to see.
How could it possibly? Look, it would have to go up 67 feet above the Sagitta and then come back down to the observer's eye.
The most you could get is what do they call that? Night illumination, where it's like night and day at the same time. You know what I'm talking about?
I sort of do, but that's not really the same topic because, see, what I'm talking about is the behavior of light. You could never have light hit something on a, like, let's say, a surface of water where it was they're saying it's reflecting off or something off the surface, right? So it's reflecting off, but it's reflecting off of a surface that is pointing away from you and is below your elevation by 67 feet. So that
Right.
means
So all you
whatever
see is
angle,
like
whatever, no, listen, whatever angle that light is bouncing off, is it 30 degrees? Doesn't matter. 20 degrees? Doesn't matter. What it's going to be doing, no matter what degree, is if it's less than 90 degrees from that plane of incidence, the angle that the light is bouncing off is going to go an angle that's pointing upward. You would never see it because it's beyond your perception, because what it is, it's a reflection of something that is the light is bouncing off of something that is on a reflective surface pointing away from you that is 67 feet below your altitude. Period. It's over. It's done right there. Its refraction is completely over. They can't go past it. I mean, they couldn't do anything with it anyway. Obviously,
Right.
they lost their geometric horizon. But this bludgeons it to pieces because they have nothing that they can piece together, anything like possible in reality that can show that light could do those kind of things. So
Well,
it's a matter of simple geometrics. That's it.
exactly what happens to lies. I mean, where
Yeah.
else can it go?
Right.
It's exactly what's going to happen.
So that was my spiel on it. That's it. It's very simple. Most people gloss over it, and I don't care if they do. But it's because look, some people don't like us talking about how the nature of water is that it's horizontal on the top everywhere we look. They think that's too simple-minded. We're smarter than that. I don't pretend to be smarter than that. Just because, like, I
thinking about
know
that a
the
lot
nature of the
lately.
earth, I don't have to fucking pretend that I'm some smart guy and like, no, that's beneath me to talk about the nature of water. That's water.
The majority of the place
or to make
is
fun.
water, and
Listen,
it's
or to make
flat.
or to make fun of the nature of our earth here that we live on, that the fucking nature of earth is that perspective does apply in our
course.
experience every time, every day. It does. So you could try to say, oh, it doesn't matter that it's only artistic expression.
Every day.
Bull fucking shit. It's the same thing as stuff gets smaller incrementally at given rates as distance
100%.
occurs further and further away. This ramping down at the top and the bottom and squeezing in on the sides is a known fact
I've
of
heard
reality.
Glovers say
It's not a fucking.
there's no such thing as
It's the
laws
way.
of
It's the way
perspective.
Earth is. It's the way we experience every day. So
Like, it's
come
just
on,
sad
people.
at this point.
You're flat earthers. Stop pretending like you're fucking smarter than you are. I don't care what kind of degrees you have. It doesn't matter to me. Like, just be real. Okay, I'm gonna stop my spiel there. Thanks for
Honestly,
letting me share,
if you're into like the cosmology and astrophysics stuff, I mean, you're basically so deep into the fantasy that you can't really see anything else. Either that or
No, I'm actually
it's
talking
just
about
like
flat earthers, like my brothers here in arms. So we are brothers in arms, but we do have differences, and like it's
Well,
okay.
whatever.
We're gonna work through these things together. Like we may have disagreements. We're gonna have to learn how to deal with those disagreements. Like there doesn't need to be any kind of like confrontations because one person said this. You got to get real with each other. So listen, if we're going to build any kind of bridges between each other, we're going to have to like maintain ourselves within ourselves for a common interest. So the common interest is going to be the main goal. Like, so we don't get into little personality quabbles. That should be separate. If that needs to be taken care of, take it out of the area. It doesn't need to be involved with this new community we're creating right now. We don't need these petty fucking squabbles we're not measuring dicks here. So I'm talking to flat earthers right now. I'm not talking about Glovers. Talking about us as a community together, like we're gonna have to get over ourselves. It takes us like deflating our egos at the door. Like it's hard. Like you think it's easy for fucking me? Well, all the shit I've fucking been through. You know what I really want to do? Like there's part of me that wants to just rage. And like that's not productive. So I had to have a conversation with myself. You know how we talked about some people don't have an internal dialogue? I think most of us here have an internal dialogue.
Rage
And that's why we're
rage because your voice isn't getting heard, or
yeah, that's
what do you
part
mean?
of it. That's a personal issue, but that's not it because I think people need to hear something, but I'm not necessarily the one qualified to give the message, so I had to learn to back off and shut the fuck up. I'm not the one that's going to be the messenger in some cases. In other cases, I can be. Like tonight with my neighbor, having dinner with her, you know? Like, that was freaking great to do that online with all of you and all my friends here. Like, that's what I live for.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. I love y'all and like playing music for y'all. Listen, I never made it big in music, and that's okay. Like, I'm not complaining. I don't care because I know it saved my life. The creator saved me from that life. I could have been in there easily.
It's a
I was in it.
satanic life most of the time.
I'm glad I didn't get involved. Like, I just narrowly escaped. Like, I always thought, oh, poor me. I was always on the outskirts doing things I didn't want to do, working on boats, cleaning boat bottoms, and working on mast 120 feet above the
Yeah,
water.
that's like what I'm trying to get into.
Like, as a young person, you know, like,
Starting from the bottom with all the boat stuff and
So,
become
like
a
I
captain.
yeah, I probably should have done something like that. Look, I'm smart enough. Shit, I could have been a doctor, a lawyer, a freaking sailor, freaking
Yeah,
Indian
you could
chief.
still,
Indian chief.
if you could get your knee together or whatever you were saying or whatever, I guess you could be a captain right now.
Yeah, I could still go through the courses and get a captain's license. Yeah, that might be something I might still be
Dang, how fun would
interested
that
in.
be? Jeez, how could you not do it?
Sail on a big, huge ship
You
like
already have
that.
experience and oh, jeez.
Yeah,
How can you pass that?
and I know stuff works, and I know how to fix almost anything.
There you go.
I'm an engineer at heart.
Yeah, I bet you could find a crew pretty easy. I guess you need a vessel.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look for boats for sale right here. Hold on.
Right.
Oh, cheap. Hold on 1 second. Cheap boats. Wait a minute. Got to be specific. Sailboats. For sale in San Diego, motherfucking bitches in San Diego. Oh, okay. They don't know me very well, do they? Okay, well, here's a J boat, but that's really expensive. That's a $500,000. Wait a second. We're going to find the cheaper ones. One moment. Okay, these people are a ripoff, so, oh, some of these boats are so killer, though, man. Whoa.
Right.
Oh,
My
man.
mind's been completely blown.
Listen, with this kind of boat, I could sail you people to the South
Anywhere.
Pacific. How about Tahiti or the Galapagos Islands?
Which
How's
one are you
that
talking about?
Seawind 1600. Hold on a second. It's a brand new one. Hold on. I'm not talking about
It's a
buying this.
brand new
though.
one.
Yeah, but wait a minute.
Oh,
But
man.
look at this. It's
It's probably
badass.
so beautiful.
I could sail this. I could sail this.
Oh, what
Look
is
at
that?
that
I've seen.
boat.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
That
hold
thing
on.
is
We're gonna find it. This is
badass.
Boat Trader. Hold on. Let me find the right section. Hold
Yeah.
on. By cities. Here we go. San Diego.
It's hard to beat how cool this is.
And let's see. Length. What are we talking?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What a ship.
Let's go 36 feet. Here we go. Why is that so expensive? That's
There's
bullshit.
some. Have you seen those like? No, let me try to find them.
Catamarans are another thing. They're faster, actually.
Are they?
Yeah. But all sale. Let's do all sale. Hold on. I don't want to subscribe. All sale. I don't know how they're getting those prices. No freaking way. Here's one for 32,000. That's a 79 endurance pilot house cutter. Drop the price $2,000. But you know, there's boats that are out there sinking. So I think people ought to drop your prices. Me and my friends we're flat earthers. We want to buy one of the boats, and your shit is probably sinking out there, and you're asking these high prices. Hold on, let me find something else.
Oh yeah, this is like $1 million. How much is this? $1 million?
I want to find one that's almost sinking. That's like perfect.
I bet this is like $1 million.
That's stupid. I see literally 1,000 boats in the harbor. Less than half are even being used on a regular basis.
They're keeping them around for the zombies.
No, they're keeping them around till they sink, and they have to be swept off the freaking ocean floor by the harbor people. Hold on, I'll find something. I'll just go to a different source. That's bullshit. Okay, hold on. Desperate people. Oh, I see the first one. Wait a minute. $7,400. No, I'm talking $3,500. Come on. 35. $12,000. Ericsson 30. 12 grand. Here's one for 14 grand. So the Ericsson is 30 footer. Like my dad sailed all the way to the South Caribbean. So hold on.
I don't think I can post actually. I can post it too.
That's too expensive. Let's see. $20,000 a John Alden 42-foot off soundings yawl 1939. Oh, that's a classic freaking boat for $20,000. Oh, someone's gonna get that boat, man. Oh shit.
That is what I'm gonna get.
That boat is $1 million boat. I could fix it. I could rebuild this sucker. Hold on. We'll find a boat. Hold on. Just to give you guys some hope that I'm not just talking shit. Here's let's look at this one. $4,000. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on. $4,000. Sailboat for sale at Chula Vista Marina. 40 foot long cement hull custom build. Unknown as to the operational status. It was acquired through a lean process. Needs some TLC, but overall has some potential. That's a stout. It's a concrete hull. Those things are never gonna sink. You could run into shit that will never sink.
Really?
Never sink.
Concrete?
Yeah. Concrete.
Wow.
So they build these things with like special like type of concrete. That's only $4,000. That's a heavy boat, but 40 foot long. That could sail anywhere. If you guys see where they made sure the rigging was fine, then that boat would go anywhere. So there's some more. Look, sailing to Hawaii. You want a job on a sailboat? Here you go. $1,300. I'm looking for 1 or 2 sailing crew to go to Hawaii this year in May. But you may have always wanted to sail to Hawaii on a classic blue water sailboat and retired or something. This might be your chance. Looking for an experienced or semi-experienced crew, non-smoker, not ill, not semi-ill, nimble, yes, drug-free, issue-free, easygoing person that loves the ocean. We would sail 2,300 miles aboard Song of David, a 1978 Explorer, 45-foot cutter sloop with a trusted
they want to bring you
autopilot. Is a proven Baja traveler and is seeking Hawaii very soon. The cost is $1,000 plus food or $300. So $1,300 you get to go on this trip.
Oh,
anyway, I'm just gonna pass that because I just thought I'd read that.
That's cool.
Pay $1,300, you go on the whole trip.
Right, that sounds.
But
cool.
anyway, so here we go. There's some other ones, a little more expensive. Some are like 60, 70 grand. Hold on, we'll find cheaper ones. Something
the one I'm looking at
Catalina.
is 25 grand right now.
Oh, here we go. And 32-foot O'Day. Need to sell 12 grand. They're
There you
desperate.
go.
It's
They
right here
are.
in Oceanside.
Oh, they are desperate. That's a good
Just
deal.
got this boat and was going to get it ready for the summer, but then the war broke out in Ukraine. We have family living there, so I had to get rid of the boat to
Oh,
provide
post it.
financial assistance to the
Post it.
family. It's a classic and does require TLC, but overall, they all need TLC. But you're stationed on Camp Pendleton. You can live aboard it for about $400 a month. I would just sail it off fucking somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 grand. 4 grand. At 4 grand, I don't care if it sinks. Buy another one in a couple of years. Screw it. With a little help from my friends. Hold on. Fully restored 1974 CT41, which is almost like the one I sold to the Caribbean, which was a
70s,
CT51. Catch, 41-foot catch, 74. Let's see how much they want. Right here in San Diego. I've seen
Probably
this
like
boat.
40 grand.
Yeah, they want a lot for this boat.
It's probably so
Hold
cool.
on a second. Hold on. Oh, he wants 65 grand.
Ah,
Yeah, but it's turnkey. Ready to go.
gotcha.
65 grand. So that's too much for my taste. I want something that's fucked up, that's about sinking. I'll fix it. I don't care how if I have to sail to Catalina and go on the other side and careen the boat myself, I will. So here's one, 84 Endeavor, $5,000. Let's see. I don't see a mast on it. 37-foot Endeavor. Boat is currently dry dock and was a project for a while. I'm pretty sure many people can relate. Priorities change and see all the these people are losing their stuff. The hull is in great condition and the diesel inboard never had any problems. It hasn't been started since it was in the water a year ago. Sailed it up and down the SoCal coast and out to Catalina a few times before pulling it out of the water, looking to pass to someone else who is looking for a project. There is currently a $5,000 security deposit on the boat where it's being stored. So the real price is listed at 5 grand.
There you go.
$5,000. 37-foot, a good stout boat that
That's
needs a lot of work, but it's floating.
Sounds like what you want.
Sail it off somewhere
It's
and
even
fix
floating.
it. Yeah. Well, it's in dry dock right now. It probably needs some work, but it probably wouldn't take. Doesn't take too long if you know what you're doing to get it floating. Like it doesn't have to be perfect as long as that's sinking and you have some pumps that are working. It doesn't take. Doesn't take a rocket scientist. Here's a Columbia 33, $30,500. Right here in San Diego. A sailboat. Another one looks like dry dock. Oh,
You
let's
know
see.
what's funny is
Uh-huh.
I figured I would meet sailors in this Discord. It's one of the big reasons I stuck around.
Really?
So I might as well use this to my advantage.
Yeah, check this out. These are boats in San Diego and on San Diego Craigslist. So listen, just go look there if you want to look. I'm looking at a Columbia 33, $3,500. Only built 10 of this particular type of boat. Has a Volvo diesel sail drive with about 40 hours. A near new steering pedestal. More than 20 nice sails. And has a tall taper mast with rod rigging. I started restoring her. She needs finishing some fiberglass work and putting things back together. Includes many boat stands, whatever that means. The boat is in Henderson, Nevada. It's impossible to finish. It's out in the desert.
Oh, no way.
A trailer is available for additional $3,500, so that'd be $7,000 for the boat and trailer. I'm selling it for less than the parting value. Sailors are worth at least $10,000. The engine's $4,000. Scrap lead keels $2,500. Mast $5,000. Plus all the winches, pedestals, etc. I'd love to put her back sail, but not chopped up. So $3,500, $3,500 for a trailer to get it out of there and go fix it somewhere. It's in Henderson, Nevada, $7,000. Columbia 33, a good stout boat. Yep. I like things that are in the water. I'm looking for something raggedy that's like people are like help. Like even if you come and help us fix it for a while, it's about to sink and shit. Some of these are too much. I'm gonna go ask the Coast Guard.
This boat is a 1939.
Did you see that
that's-
boat? Yes.
This thing is insane. How is
That
it that
boat
old? I
would
don't
be
get it.
perfect. That boat
It
would
doesn't
be
even look
so
that old.
bitchin'.
That's
That boat
crazy.
would be so bitchin', man. I'm telling you.
That thing is badass looking. I wonder what it looks like inside. How do you see pictures?
Oh, it's probably beautiful.
I got no pictures.
Even if it's raggedy, it's still beautiful because you can fix that stuff.
It
Like
says
if
it's
you
a
have to take it
42
out.
foot.
Yeah, 42 footer, 1939. It's still
badass.
floating.
Holy shit.
That tells you something. It's still floating. So I'm looking. I'm telling you, there's a flat Earth boat out here for us somewhere.
There
I'm
really
just fucking.
is.
I'm begging you guys. Look, 3,400. Look, here's a 25 footer. That's a small one, but you could put 4 people on there comfortably. 3,500, a 1975
Yeah, I'm planning
CNC
on getting a
25 foot
26.
sloop. Just a regular little
Sloop,
sloop.
heck
You
yeah.
could go to Catalina with that easily from where I
heck
live.
Yeah.
25. I've been to Catalina on 20-foot boats myself. I sailed a bunch of crazy drunk people. I was the skipper. We almost sunk. Someone forgot to close the seacock in the front where the head was. We woke up with 2 feet of water, and the boat was only 2 feet above the water. Just about shit.
I think you're gonna have to count me in as your first crewmate.
Man, look.
We're gonna do
Yeah.
this. There's
I don't want
so
to.
many boats.
There is, man. I'm telling you.
Dude, I'll
So
go down
these
there and
other-
help you work on it.
Yeah, these other people. I don't know how I would do it, but I see them out there at anchor. They're on buoys and stuff, and it looks like you can tell if their bottoms are dirty, like they're dirty looking, like they haven't been cleaned. Nobody's taking care of them.
Well, it's either this kind of cool idea, or I'm just gonna get. I'm just gonna go in on a loan and get.
If you do, then
McGregor. I linked you that McGregor.
sail down here or whatever. I'll sail with you.
You see that McGregor I linked you? That's what I'm planning on getting.
McGregor's a great boat.
McGregor 26
The
M.
Sea Wind is that? Oh, that's the one I put. Hold on. Hold on. Plex now. Wait a minute. No. What am I looking at? Did you post a link or something for a boat you're talking?
To your, yeah.
You did? Wait a minute. Where did you post it?
DM.
Huh?
Direct message.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Stormfire. Okay, forgive me. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
That's what I'm planning on getting. That's 25 grand. That's pretty expensive.
Sorry.
But it's so sleek. It's so cool looking.
Hold on. It's a 26 foot. Is that what it is?
26. They look like a mini yacht. It's really cool.
Well, I was trying to figure out if I've ever been on a McGregor. I think I've just seen them. I don't think I might have worked on one before.
Can't sink. They're unsinkable.
Oh, that's a
into these
bitchin'
things.
boat. You know
That's
what?
cool.
That boat could take you anywhere, pretty much.
Yeah.
You can sail across the Pacific on a 27-foot boat. You got it. If you got the right stuff on it, you could do it.
Yeah, my barber was the one who got me into this. He said the average boat that someone sails around the world is like 24 feet.
Isn't that crazy? I know.
Crazy.
And you know, Joshua Slocum, 30-foot spray.
Right.
The spray was 30-foot sloop. That looks like a fun boat, man. Look, it's got a pedestal like a yacht, just like you said, and it's got that back,
It's
like
so
that
cool.
cockpit back there is like cushy.
This is what I'm planning on getting. Like, there's
Dang,
some
dude,
cool-
really? Are you serious, man? I'd love to go sailing, man. You know, listen, it's been a long time. I talk about it a lot because I'm still stoked and passionate about it, but I haven't been even on the boat for a really long time, you know? Like, it's like riding a bicycle, though, you know? So,
Sounds like one of your biggest life experiences.
yeah. my adventures. Like freaking seems like a dream world now. I'm go what
Jeez.
like I pinched myself and go, was I really there?
Oh, that's freaky.
Was I really there? Was that me? Is that a
Yeah.
movie I watched or a book I read? Because like I can hardly believe it, and then I see it back now. And I'm this type of person that I see things in living color as if they're a film reel that plays in my mind. I see it and feel it at the same time. So I'm always having to calm myself down because that's what's happening during my day.
Well, memory exists for a reason, so I guess you got to trust something.
But most of the time, actually, I'm less traumatized than I've ever been, though, I'll tell you that much. And
Yeah,
and my victimhoodness went down to 0.
Yeah, I was able to dodge combat in the
What's that?
military.
Huh?
I was able to get out of combat in the military pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
I was attached to squadrons, inactive squadrons, basically.
In the Gulf War II?
No, I forget what they're even called. Enduring freedom and all this kind of nonsense.
After like 9/11.
OEF and
After
IF and all that
9/11.
stuff. Right, all that stuff.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, like I was in at the end of the Cold War.
At the end of it, okay.
Yeah. I got out in '89, the year the wall fell.
Yeah, the ships were that was probably intense life you were living. Those ships are no joke back in the day. They're still not very comfortable, but it's better than you guys had it, no doubt.
Oh, you should see the ships that are pulling out of here now.
I heard you talking about
Wow.
this. You said there's something weird, right? You got
Oh,
weird
they
ships
look,
now.
They look like a freaking alien ship, bro.
Huh.
And I bet you any money that they have hydrofoils.
What's that?
That means they have struts with foils like wings under the water, so they can
Weird.
lift that whole hull out of the water, and they can do 70 knots or more.
Wow.
Like those weird surfboards. You seen them?
Oh, okay.
See, because listen, what I could tell you about how fast my ship was going is unclassified now, but back then it was classified. I worked on a ship that was 568 feet long,
Jeez.
5 stories tall, 7 stories tall, something like that, above the water, and had 2 nuclear-powered, steam-driven turbines. That ship could do 35 miles an hour that I know of, and I was on board when it was doing that in 15 to
Cruising.
25-foot seas, sailing
Right.
to the Gulf of Alaska.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool.
That's
That'd
a
be good
huge.
ship
That's
time.
a huge. That's a huge ship. Huge.
That's fucking crazy.
So listen, our sister ship went up there too, up that area, in that area, and they rolled 30 degrees. And what happens is the cranes that are in the top deck, where the helicopter, where the helo deck is, are on there just by weight alone. They're on tracks like railroad tracks. But if they go past 30 degrees, they could fall off the ship. So they went to 30 degrees. What happened is all their machinery, like in the machine shop where I worked on my ship, which is almost just like that sister ship, it's a huge area that's about 75 to 80 feet long and the width of the entire ship.
Oh, wow.
So almost 100 feet long and probably 45 feet wide. And it has
Yeah.
machinery like with 75 machinist toolboxes, each craftsman boxes, 3, 4, 5 tier tall craftsman boxes weighing 3 to 4, 500 pounds each.
Right.
All
So
tied
obviously
up,
these
all
things-
secured. Listen, all secured down to these big, huge lathes, milling machines, huge machines that are, bolted down to the floor of the ship, right? So what happened on the other ship? I almost said the name. I'm gonna avoid doing that. I didn't say it. Good. So on my sister ship, that was right across the way from us. Their machinery broke free and was going from one side of the ship to the other.
Oh
If you got
no.
caught in the middle of that, you are a dead sailor.
Oh
Dead sailor, you
no.
can't control that much weight going from side to side with the ship going 30 degrees side to side. So my ship was doing those kind of almost that extreme, not quite. We didn't
I feel
heal
like that's
quite
serious
as much.
enough that you gotta stop. You gotta stop the ship.
I was sick all the time, but like I'm a hardcore sailor, so I
Can you
keep
imagine
going
that?
if I'm sick. I can keep going if I'm sick. Won't stop me from sailing. I won't have to stop and sit down. I keep working. I can throw up and work at the same time just as well as not throwing up and working. So I learned how to deal with it. Like I don't know how to do now. I'd probably do the same as I did then. I would throw up. I would keep working, throw up some more, keep working. If I can deal with it, drink some water, have some coffee, freaking whatever. You just keep going. When you're in that situation,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
on the boat is doing something towards this common goal of moving the boat along. So you're all in on it.
Yeah, it's
You
so
have
cool.
to be.
That's so
Everybody
cool.
on has to be careful of the boom swinging back and forth. We can't have any cracked craniums because shit's flying around. This boat is using the laws
Right.
of physics. Nature is involved. That's uncontrollable. We're just trying to control the uncontrollable with the sailboat. Can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. So that's what we got to do.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Yep.
The Navy's badass, but unfortunately they support the beast at this point. Whatever you want to call it.
Wow, I know. So it just brings up like
Crazy memories, huh?
all these memories, yeah, and
Shit. I missed all that shit.
memories of my father telling me about being shipwrecked and all kinds of stuff.
I was hanging out with Marines on land, didn't get any ship time.
I always got along with those guys, though.
Me too. It's good.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
I was.
But I would have enjoyed the ocean. I don't even think the squadron they wanted me to go to was. No, that was land based too in Japan.
Like they offered me money to stay in, and I turned it down. It wasn't enough.
Right.
It wasn't enough.
Yeah, I
And
hear
look,
ya.
I didn't. They offered me $6,000. That wasn't enough. Like that was nothing. That would have been a good chunk of change. I didn't care. Like, look, I was married. We were moving. We decided we would move to Washington State, like some of my other friends, to
I
a
know a
place
couple
where we
guys
could.
that got like 80 grand or something like that.
Yeah, listen, right after I got out, because I think there was a glut in my rate. That rate was all full. And so, no, you know how they just stagnated then? They just stopped you from moving. So it all just stops. And then they just wait until it declines
Yeah, I
until they
remember
have.
how it works.
Yeah,
Just
so
a
like I
numbers
was
game.
like, I made it to E5 in 4 years.
Yeah, that's good.
I had a good run. I had awards, commendations. I was a good sailor.
Hell yeah.
Like there was times when I was delinquent and I got called out on it, and I was an adult and I should have fucking known better.
Drinking or what?
Because look, I was kind of a drunk in the Navy, but I
that's
still
always the
maintained
case.
and I was still responsible. Like I wasn't a total drunk. I was negligent on my duties, except one time I didn't like this Filipino, and I had like, I'm sorry, I hate
Filipino
to say it
mafia.
that way, but this Filipino guy, and like I love them because look, I had like my drill instructors in boot camp here in San Diego were two guys from the PI. And they were some hard asses, but they were good people. Like they taught me a
Oh, they're
lot.
great.
And
Yeah, they're
like I
great.
don't care what they did.
Awesome
They
families.
teased us. They said all kinds of shit. You know what? You got over it. You got over it.
Yeah.
I got over it. Look, I was 26 when I joined. Those other
Yeah,
kids were like
I had a lot of
17,
Filipino
18.
friends in the Navy. It was a
They
good
were
time.
only 17, 18. I was like almost 10 years older than some of those kids. Like I was 26.
Jeez.
I joined really late.
Yeah,
Really
me too.
late. But look, I was badass. I knew I was going in, so a year before I went into active duty when I was on delayed entry, I started doing push-ups every day, and I was up to 200 push-ups every single day, and I
Oh,
did that
wow.
throughout my whole 4 years. I did 200 push-ups every single day.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. So I like pushed myself really hard. I thought I was going to be a diver, a Navy diver, because I actually wanted to be in the SEAL program, and I bet I could have done it. So I went to the divers program, and I passed the diving program. I was a good swimmer since I was a little kid. So I wouldn't say I was the greatest. There were people that were swimming much faster than me, but I could keep
gotta
up,
be
and I
willing to
made it.
kill for
I
that job.
swam. What's that?
You got to be willing to kill to be a
Yeah, I
SEAL.
know.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
that's
know.
probably why you didn't do it.
Yeah, and I didn't
You
want to
know,
do some job welding underneath some big ship somewhere either. Really dangerous shit. But
still, it's cool. It's cool
like
stuff.
I had opportunities to go to these different places. Like one was Sardinia. I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't take that, even though I was about to get married or got married right after my A school here
Oh wow.
in '86 when I graduated A school here. We got married, and even though I got married to the wrong woman. I could have forfeited that moment there and went to Sardinia, where now I find out there's freaking giants, and I'm a freaking flat earther. And I know the Earth's flat, and I know about giants everywhere,
Sardinia?
and there were giants all over Sardinia, and I
The heck is
missed
Sardinia?
it. I didn't go there. Also, listen to this. I could have gone to
Italy. Okay.
McMurdo. I had friends in the machine shop, a couple of them at least, that went to
There's still Navy that
McMurdo.
goes to Italy, but I forget where.
They went to McMurdo. They go, you can go there. And he goes, look, he goes, you could go there for 3 months. You'll make as much money as you make at your rate in 4 years. You'll make in 3 months. As much as you would make in 4 years.
Right.
So I could have done that as a machinist. I could have done that. But
What,
I didn't want to go to Antarctica.
Oh wow. Okay.
I didn't want to go to McMurdo. No, I didn't want to go. But I have
Well,
friends.
what the
I
heck
have
would you
friends
do in
tell me about it.
Antarctica?
I have friends tell me about it. They're building shit there.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're building shit. They're fixing shit, making stuff. They have apparatus there, some kind of machinery. They're yeah. I could have
Sardinia
went.
is an island, dude. That would have been sick.
Sardinia, yeah. Really ancient
It's off the
monolithic
coast.
structures
That's
there
so cool.
off of Italy. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy stuff on Sardinia. They have like aligned structures there that where the solstice shines in and stuff. Craziness there, like wow. And they said there were giants there. There's giants there. They said all the local people have these things. There were giant people living on these islands. There were giants all over. People go, oh, stop talking about the fucking giants, Sonny. Really? Okay, no. How about I don't? That they were everywhere. Who were these people? Okay, you just deny. You could deny. Okay, no. Okay, let's say that they were not any giants. Okay. Say there were not any giants. How are you going to dismiss thousands and thousands of stories and newspaper articles?
Naples.
Are they all yellow journalism? I ask you that. I don't think so.
Probably.
I think they're actual reports that were covered up, like the Smithsonian are known scoundrels. They're liars. They've dumped more bones into the Atlantic than they've let, be public or put on display. They won't allow anything that is against their little evolutionary paradigm is not allowed. Not allowed in the schools, not in the curriculum.
Sounds about
It's
right.
gone. Deleted from history.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by anything like that.
So fuck them. We're going to expose it. Whether they like it or not, they have no choice because this movement that's happening within us is not going to stop. People say flat earth, oh, flat earth is stagnant. No, it is not. I see more people coming in here that are really freaking bright. And are able to think for themselves and go, you know what, there's some people that weren't thinking so well for themselves. They come in here and they go, whoa, I got smacked in the face. And they go, And they get silent real quick, and then sooner or later, a week later, you see them still back in here, and then they keep coming back. Then they're in here every day. Then they're silvers and golds.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Just like me. Except I started 5 years ago, so I already knew about the chats and live streams and stuff. That's all I went on. And I didn't even know about Discord. I thought it was Globers only. Because I think I got lured into Gamma Pandas once. And I'm like, I think I said, these people sound like assholes. I don't know who they are, but they're all yelling and shit. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah, I've never been.
Good for you.
Else.
Save the brain cells. You don't
Certainly
need to
not gonna
go.
I couldn't even imagine. I honestly, the whole thinking you're on the spinning ball thing, it's just
Pretty weird, huh?
it's so funny. It's so funny. I honestly can't even like talk about to those kind of people anymore. It's just crazy.
Gamma Pandas will make you a flat earther because you just don't want to be like those assholes. You'll be a flat earther just to not be like them.
Oh wow! I wonder if that happens.
Yeah, right. I think so. They're the best help we have. Like, honestly, they have no idea how helpful they are for our cause. We appreciate you, Gamma. All you Gamma-ettes. Sorry.
If you listen to them, once there's no flat earthers in there, they turn on each other. They start attacking each other. They just
devour their own, like some symbiotic, carnivorous, freaking, what do you call it? Cannibalistic organism feeding on itself because it has to implode. Flat earthers are right. You're a jerk. Oh, yeah, you. That's weird. It's so bizarre.
There's demons.
Demons over there.
Yeah, you're right. I can imagine what they talk about.
Well, the regular demon talk. I like what Dell says on his little song.
It's been too long. I don't even know what it is.
You don't have proof? Fuck off. You're a liar. You don't have proof. What you're trying to say? Unite. Control yourself. Unite. Sorry.
Whoa. Is that a chant? What is that?
It's a song.
Oh, a song. Okay.
Yeah, it's a song. You want to hear it? 22 people in the chat. We're going to play a song. We're going to find it. It's by Dell. Beyond the Imaginary Curve. You'll like it.
Dell?
Let's see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, bro. You know who Dell is, right?
Dell, the funky Homo sapien?
No.
No, not it.
Oh, different Dell. All right.
From Beyond the Imaginary Curve. It's a YouTube channel. He's a guy that's I don't know if he's Welsh. He's British. Some form of British. I'm probably all wrong. Hold on one moment. I'm all discombobulated. Shoot.
I think he's Scottish.
He's Scottish, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Very difficult to listen to. Some people find.
I understand him after listening to all of you guys. Like, listen to Crack Villain for a few years. You can understand almost anybody. Shit.
If it sounds like a Lord of the Rings dwarf or something like that, I'm all
in. Love you, Crack Villain. Where the hell are you, bro? If you weren't gone for so long, we wouldn't sit here and laugh at you or with you, whatever. Let's say that, with you.
He only worked hard to become a mod. Now that he's a mod, he doesn't need to work hard anymore.
Is that right? Well, yeah, you know what? He's putting in his time. He's a good guy, man.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see if I got a song. Like, he's a young guy. He's very intelligent. I'm, like, astonished at how intelligent some of the young people are. He's a geocentrist from the get-go. Right?
That's pretty crazy.
raised in a geocentrist family.
I've heard of some.
His mom's a flat earther.
Oh, the Flat Earth Girls. Have you heard the Flat Earth Girls story? She was raised geocentrist.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna buy a shirt.
I got something to say about that, but I'm not going to say it right now.
So can we, if they grew up geocentric, have they technically undergone an awakening? Or are they just still indoctrinated with what they grew up believing?
Good question. I don't know.
In her case, I think it's probably both. No, it can't be both.
Flat Earth Girls, they came over last week or on Friday.
Yeah.
Is it those? Yeah.
Okay, the link has been located.
8,000 members on Facebook or something.
That's a trip.
That's it.
So she's doing some good stuff.
Okay, here's the song by Dell. Well, it's actually apparently some friends of his that put this together. From what I've heard, through the grapevine, and I think it's humor in kind of a sarcastic way. Wow.
The big scary gravity, the big scary institutions with all the fucking brown beating and the refuse to authority. Bollocks, this is what I'm talking about. Take control of yourself.
Alex, this is what I'm talking about.
Stand up.
Stand up for yourself.
I want no nonsense approach. Stand up for yourself.
No,
Stand up for yourself. I want no nonsense approach. Oh, I've got a fucking big BMX that can fly. Show me a big BMX that can fly. Carly, you're a fucking bullshit lying piece of shit, fuck off. Oh, I've got a Ferrari that goes 340 miles an hour. And I've got a summer house in Spain. Show me. Carly, fuck off. I've got this potato rock with gas and water stuck through it that's inside a vacuum and it all just stays here because of magic stuff. Show me it. Carly. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
Carly.
Show ya.
Fuck off. Like you did when you were a child. Come in. Stand up.
Stand up for yourself.
Come in.
Unite.
Stand up for yourself. I want no nonsense approach. Come in. Stand up for yourself. Come in.
Unite.
Stand up
for yourself.
I want no nonsense approach. And here's a picture of fucking a duck's nose. Black clothes and stuff. And here's a picture of fucking a duck's nose. Black clothes and stuff. Show me it. Canny. Fuck off. Show me it. Canny. Fuck off. Let's all conform and behave like good little children. Do not escape from your box. Conform to the social norm. Conform like a politician. Conform to the social norm. Conform like a politician.
Politician, conform to the social norm.
Yes. But for fuck's sake, Brenda, we're just on 2 seconds. Now fuck off. We don't want you or your other design. Go and fuck to yourself, okay? Take it and ram it right up.
For fuck's sake, get a control of yourself.
That's good, man. Good.
That's classic, man.
Hey, if you want to get up to speed on
What's that now?
if you want to get up to speed on how the Scots speak, you need to watch the film Train Spotting if you've never seen it.
Yeah. Choose life.
Spend
I chose
many.
not to choose life.
Say it again, Solar.
In Train Spotting, there's that one song where he's like, "You got to choose life. I chose not to choose life. I chose something else."
You know what? It's been many years since I've seen that. Since like it first came out, I haven't seen it. Unite, stand up for yourselves.
So who did that remix, and was that Dell?
Yeah, Dell here. Let's see. I'll drop it in the voice text. 1 second. If you're able
And
to
who
get
remixed?
there.
Who remixed it?
You'll have to look on the website. I don't know exactly. Someone else here, I think it was Dave Hinkle, was explaining. It was some buddies of his or something. I think it was Dave. Some buddies of Dave of Dell's put that all together and put the beat and everything on there. And released it. So it's on his YouTube channel. So yeah. Unite. Stand up for yourselves. Unite.
Didn't you say you're going on a bike ride?
Say it again.
Didn't you say you're going on a bike ride?
No, it's too late now, man. It's like it's 1:24 a.m. I stayed on Discord too long and never made it. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Now I'm gonna stay home where it's nice and warm. Fuck that cold shit. Sometimes I'll do it. Sometimes I'll break it and go out
40
anyway.
something. Let's see.
Yeah, it was 37 here the other night.
Oh, okay. It's not that cold. 54. Been nice. Blessed. Then again, the East Coast has awesome electrical storms all the time. More rare over here.
That's pretty cool. Hold on a second. What was I looking at? It's only 50 degrees here. Waning crescent. What's the moon?
Was it warmer the more north?
That's crazy. Tomorrow, though, listen, hold on, let's see. Is tomorrow Wednesday? It's going to be at 74. Then the next day it's going to go down to 64, then 59, and 57.
Really? What the heck?
Partly cloudy, and then it's going to go gradually back up. So it's going to get colder than shit.
Oh.
The high in the day will be less than 60 degrees. The low at night will be 44, 43, 46, around there. So then it's going to go back up Tuesday next week, back up to 60s, mid-60s, mid-60s, mid-60s for 2 weeks.
Does that mean the groundhog saw a shadow? Or got
So
scared?
Tuesday, Monday, the 14th of this month, it starts getting back up to 68 and 70 degrees. But we're going to have cold weather. Cold, like 50 degrees during the day. Oh, rain. I bet we're going to get rain. Look, Friday the 4th, we're going to get rain. 59, 51, 77%. 77% chance of rain.
I like rain.
So west-southwest winds at 19 miles per hour. There's going to be a rainstorm probably hitting my area on the 4th, which is only the day after tomorrow.
It's impossible. It's always sunny there, sunny.
No, it's not. We had cloudy weather. I thought it was an ice age coming. I'm telling you, I'm so spoiled though. Like everybody's.
Do you know what? My cousin lives. My cousin lives in that place where you live, and I was supposed to come over. My cousin lives where you live, and I was supposed to come over at the beginning of 2020, but obviously all that crap happened.
Is
and
that
he tells me it's sunny all the time.
Tell you what. Well, let's see. Out of 365 days, I would say at least 250 days. I can wear shorts, t-shirts, and ride my bike in the park in the daytime.
Yeah.
He's going to be just in time for the sailboat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stormfire's gonna fire it up and sail on down. If he gets that McGregor, sounds like an industrious type of person. Looks like he's like committed. So
I am committed to it. I've got business ideas with sailing.
yeah, you know what? You can go. You can. Like I don't know, but we used to sail over there all the time. I don't know if you have to have a permit. On most of the islands, I think you
Yeah, I
just
do need
let
to do
them
that
know that you're
research.
pulling in, you're gonna anchor, you're gonna go onto the shore. We could get on there. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're in a wild area, like where there's
Oh, yeah.
wild boar. You go into the back country
That's
in
crazy.
Santa Cruz or Santa Rosa Island. There's wild boar there. These are freaking
Wow.
ancient grounds where there used to be pygmy mammoths living there with giants 9 to 11 feet tall.
There's got to be something weird out there.
Arlington Man. Look it up. Arlington Man.
Arlington Man. All right.
Arlington Falls Man. Yeah. He's on in the Santa Barbara Channel. That's one of the oldest residents of human beings ever found on North America is in Santa Barbara Islands there off the coast of Santa Barbara, right where the Black Swan was filmed.
What are the
Those islands in the background? Those are the islands I'm talking about.
Exactly. Yeah.
Giants used to live there. And pygmy mammoths, instead of being like 14 feet tall, they were like 8 to 11 feet tall. They were shorter.
You know what? Maybe maybe before the flood, there was. Shoot! I kind of lose my thought on it.
Before the flood, so I think those were all either connected or
different.
larger islands. So maybe the islands were all connected because there
Right,
were legends
exactly.
of California being an island. So maybe it was all connected in an island off. Those are huge islands off of there. They're really large. They're not small ones.
Yeah, they're big.
There's a couple of huge ones. So
Getting
Santa Cruz and
close.
Santa Rosa are giant islands. They're like 40 miles, like I don't know exactly how long each, but those two are longer than Catalina, and I think Catalina is about 27 miles long. So these are like 30-mile long islands, two of them, big giant islands.
Yeesh, yeah, that's cool.
And it's wild area, like it's uninhabited. Like there used to be an old ranch and an olive farm. I've been in that house before. We walked through it. This is back in the 70s. Everything was just there. Like there had been a few other boating people that were probably screwing around. A little bit of like graffiti on there, but that was back in the old days. Nothing real, not a real lot of damage or anything.
Is it true that a Native American tribe owns at least one of those islands out there?
I'm not sure which one, if it's San Clemente or.
Have you heard that though? I heard that recently, and I didn't believe it.
Could be Catalina. I don't know. It used to be owned by Wrigley, the chewing gum magnate. He used to own that. He built the city of Avalon there. Yeah, anyway. Trippy. I think they found Chinese junks off of Catalina too that were from like the 5th century. So they're Chinese here on the West Coast. They lived here too. They were sailing that's not hard to do, sail across the Pacific. Is it hard? Yeah. Do people do it all the fucking time?
I've been watching that guy on YouTube that did it in like 23 days by himself. Pretty cool. I don't know if I have to try that, but it's fun to watch him do it.
I told my friend today that grew up in St. Louis. Look, I grew up in St. Louis on the white side of the tracks, and my neighbor here is one door down from me. He grew up in St. Louis too, about the same time. On the other side of town, It was a very racist time we grew up in. But listen, I told him tonight, I said, listen, you know what? Have you ever heard that, like, the races, like, the people that lived in St. Louis, like, you grew up in St. Louis, you were probably from there and all your ancestors were from there. You are a Native American. You probably didn't come from Africa. I said, you know the Cahokia Mounds? Your ancestors probably built that. Your people were, we were all lied to. So I told him some things to go look up, like the
That seems more
Jamaicans.
likely. Yeah.
Who are they really? The Jamaicans? They tell you the Arawak people lived there. They were a black tribe. But that's no mystery because like the Olmecs and Toltecs, they built freaking huge granite heads that are clearly African in Central America.
Where? Central Mexico?
In South Mexico and Central America. Guatemala.
Okay.
And Honduras.
Yeah, who knows what history is, you know, I mean, at this point.
Well, one thing that you know that is those stone heads are there, and they're not from any peoples that were supposed to be in the Americas. And they're supposed to be from 500 BC.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, even the timelines are, like, so questionable.
They are. That's true. They all are. That is true.
What's a likely timeline we're talking here when it comes to, say, the last 5,000 years? Can we really say these things really happened?
No, I think it starts in about 1800, if you want to ask me. Could be a little bit before that. I think it's all a lie.
Oh, man.
I mean, let's say it started in 1500.
That's crazy.
Let's say it started, like, let's say the only thing we know is from 1500, the Age of Discovery, okay?
Okay.
Let's say that could be the same year that Christ died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you on this, Senny. This is exactly my thinking as well.
For all we know, Christ could have died in 1500. Like, I don't know what you want to say about all the rest, but then there was obviously a short time. I think there's just most of it's speculative and only bits, scraps, and little bits and pieces of things that we think we know about, let's say, the Tower of Babel, whatever. I trust the source of the Bible and its many interpretations more than I trust anything else, especially secular. Anything I won't listen to. It's nonsense. I go more along the lines of what the Bible's saying. So if the Bible says, I think there is a reasonable explanation that comes from the Bible. It got the first part of Genesis right. Scientifically proven gas pressure. Right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
If you're separating waters, if you're making a bubble, that's exactly what that is.
That and the heavens and the earth is it.
We're in a bubble. That's what I really truly believe, that we're like, it is a belief, because how do I know? I've never seen the whole extremity like any of us. That's why we don't claim to know that stuff. I'm not claiming to know that either. Just to make it perfectly clear, this is speculation, but I think we're in a bubble. We could be underwater if there's water above and below, and God separated waters. What does that mean? We have air inside, and we have gas pressure. Water separated with gas pressure inside means a bubble, whether there's a flat surface on the bottom where we live or not.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of air.
So we live in this freaking extremely crazy realm that, like, you can only imagine, but it makes sense on a scientific level.
Jeez.
It does. It truly does. So listen, like, I wouldn't put it past the Creator that whoever we are, whoever this creator, this higher power, whatever created this place, is truly magnificent. I can't comprehend it. So it's just as likely as we are tiny little miniature, maybe even microscopic beings that are in a test tube. We're in a bubble that's been created for us for who knows what reason. I can't comprehend that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Because listen, when I started realizing these types of things, it opened my mind up to all these possibilities. I started seeing these big, huge trees around me in the park as fungi.
Mm.
And I'm just this tiny little thing,
fungi networks all over the earth.
Walking amongst the fungi that's growing, that I think is 100-foot tall eucalyptus tree, because humans called it a eucalyptus tree. Though, if you're that small, it could be fungus. It looks like a eucalyptus tree trunk, because I'm a tiny little human. I think I'm 6 foot tall, and I think I'm on my bicycle. I stand about 7 feet when I'm sitting on my bicycle seat. I think I'm that large. What does that mean? What does that mean? That size? What does it mean? Can anyone tell me? Doesn't mean anything, bro. At all. To any of you. Listen, we don't know what our size is.
Yeah, you're right.
Humans made all these regimentations of things because you can measure the forearm, your length of your forearm, and they go, well, we got to have some kind of standard. That seems pretty standard. So we use that as whatever they call that, in biblical terms, to measure L's or something. And so then we have inches, and then we have micrometers, thousands of inches. Like, so what? How small is that? What is the hair of a human that is actually 1/1000th of the size that we actually think we are? So that's pretty incredible. It doesn't mean we're small. It's just there's something bigger than us. Way bigger. That could put us here. So I ask again, I've asked this every now and then. It's a really philosophical question, but where the hell are we? What is this place? Where are we? Really, where is this place? Could somebody please, any suggestions of where we are? I know they say it's Earth.
What else do you want to say? We're on Earth.
I know it's supposed to be Earth. But what is it really? But what is it really, man?
Could be the jewel, the collar of the cat in Men in Black.
Oh yeah, that's true. Orion's belt or whatever.
Yeah.
So see, that discussion that I just had with you all, even though I was the only one talking, is like that.
Really
We don't know. We don't know where we are. We're all lost.
Yeah.
No one has the answer. No one has the key of where we are. No one can tell me where we are.
I talk about that all the time.
Let alone what we are.
The globe side, they literally think that everything's been figured out.
I know.
It's pretty
sad.
hilarious.
Really sad. That's closed-minded is what that's called.
I don't know the word, but somehow their whole mind is intertwined with all this technology, and that just gets in the way in some strange way, in like an intellectual way. The technology gets in the way.
They think that technology correlates to this globe thing, but it doesn't have any correlation. They try to use the appeal to technology fallacy.
Oh,
they said because we have all this technology, they lead to the consequence. So what they're begging the question. They're leading with the consequence.
Oh man.
They're leading with the consequence, and sometimes it's hidden.
I remember thinking like that, though. That's why.
Really interesting.
I totally remember thinking like that.
Wow.
And Stormfire said that they're entangled with technology. Then my mind went to remember Superman 3 when they got the supercomputer in the caves, and the lady gets all tangled up by the wires and becomes robot. Do you remember that? Yeah, that's what my mind went when he said tangled up in the technology and things. It's random, but yeah, that's my mind.
They are kind of tangled, but I don't know. Something seems to have occurred recently because even though like some of the people, like let's say in retail organizations that have been really Nazi in the last 2 years, very just cruel. I find the regular people and I laugh and joke with them, and I don't have to do the things they do with their apparel. You know what I mean? And so, but then they just remove it because I'm just having a conversation, and I was telling this girl, your skin is really so clear. Like your skin is just really fantastic, beautiful skin. And it's just she moved so I could see her face.
Right.
People are being, I like, that's what being honest with people it does, because then people just want to be honest back, and they like talking about themselves. There's nothing wrong with that, and then you get to know people.
Yeah, I think the only thing left in California was schools, and I hear as of today that that's going away. So.
It is. What a bunch of cucks, man. What a sad thing they tried to pull off. Oh my God. I bet there's a bunch of people that are really pissed off because look, people's lives were at stake. People's lives were lost because of their asinine bullshit pseudoscience with no proof.
Yeah, it's almost like admitting that there's nothing really to worry about. That like there was nothing ever to worry about before. If they're just gonna like, okay, now you don't have to wear your mask. I mean, the whole thing was so arbitrary to begin with. If you're eating, you don't have to wear it. It was just obviously a power play to show us who's in charge.
Yeah.
Dare I say, how sinister can they get?
Yeah, exactly.
Good point. Excellent statement there. Absolutely. That's pretty sinister because they're caught with their pants down, and it's like the emperor's new clothes. No, the emperor's freaking naked in the middle of the street. He looks sad. Get him home. Cover that fat ass.
But the thing is like they're exposing themselves on purpose. That's how brilliant this is. We're dealing with like a power so great that they can tell you the truth and the lie at the same time. And knowing you can't do anything about it, it just makes you more controlled, or just succumb to or give up on the idea of fighting it. Yeah, because you see how sophisticated it really is.
What a bunch of losers.
Yeah, that face covering was nothing more than a visual reminder of something that they said was around us that we couldn't see. Because if they didn't make us wear those things, then it would just have disappeared long ago, I think.
Yeah, sooner, that's for sure.
I'm sorry, I missed your point. What was it again?
I was just saying that the face covering was just a visual reminder.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and if we did not been forced to wear them, not that I did, but it would have, like Sonny said, it would have gone away sooner, and not 2 years down the line.
Yep.
Well, it's an experiment. It's a study. It's not really that wearing the mask that they wanted to know. They just want to know how many would and how many wouldn't. Maybe partly.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
Yeah.
For being studied.
If they're worried about me, they got bigger problems than I could have ever imagined. I'll tell you that much.
They're not worried about us. They need us.
They do.
Yeah, we're the ones causing all of the conflict. They love conflict. They love separation. They love the fact that our families won't talk to us anymore because we know the truth. Or at least we know what they're telling us isn't true.
But do they also know that they're making us stronger because we're strong individuals in the first place?
Yeah, they know our numbers. They know how stronger we can get. In fact, I think they're behind us.
I do too. I get the feeling.
And well, they're going to act like they're behind us. I don't think they're truly behind us, mind you. They're going to use us to get what they want and sell more lies. Probably
they're
absorb flat Earth.
behind us when they need us. Behind us when they need us.
But also, I don't know. Maybe it could go along for a little while longer with the scam. How long does it go on
They'll have
before,
to-
through lack of participation, that it just falls by the wayside because people won't participate in their scam?
Well, they'll have to do something. That's why I'm
And I think they have something in plan, and it might be something drastic, and we're all pretty much prepared already because we've been talking about it for a long time. So.
Well, but what do you really mean by like we won't go along with it anymore? Go along with a scam of what? Like paying for NASA or what? What are you talking about?
No, yeah, that too, but just in general, like the Board of Education's, like the Board of Education's, no, we're defunding you. We're pulling our kids out in a group. We're filing.
That's to assume that they actually counted our votes and listened to what we said to begin with. Like we matter. Like they're basically telling us all the time what we think doesn't really matter. In fact, even if we don't want to wear a mask, that doesn't matter either. Go ahead and wear it anyway.
Well, here's the thing: if so many people can just cut and fold,
juice for the babies,
then it's really out of our hands in the first place. Anyway,
Well, but you know what the thing is like we're all psyched right now. If we don't have to ever wear a mask or hear about a mask again,
I know.
Then that's like the best we get. You know, like we're like, oh great, at least it's like we're fighting back from the throes of oppression just to have that at this point.
Yeah, there's going to be a
we're going to start demanding
that...
what they spend their money on. I don't know. I'm not being defeatist, but I think they want to use it. I think they want to have a fake revolution. That's more what I was talking about.
Yeah, but they haven't been able to pull it off. They've been trying since the 60s.
No, I'm talking about like it's going to be like a mainstream Trump comes and saves the day type of revolution.
Well, that would be fun to watch. I hope I have ringside.
I think that's what they're setting it up for. You can tell.
As long as I got space on the water.
He's still making speeches with audiences, all the time, and talking about how it's called Save America.
No way.
Yeah.
See, I just don't pay attention to the stuff on purpose. It's just crazy.
He's being set up to be that because he and Putin, right? They were buddy, right?
Right.
So the whole idea is we go to war with Russia for 2 years until we're like fucked and things are costing way too much, and we go through like the exclamation point that ends our tyranny, or at least seems to end our tyranny that we need to be saved from. And then it becomes like a military internet, and he's got an app that he's putting out called the Truth app.
The internet was started by DARPA anyway, so it's a military project from the beginning.
Totally. And we're like part of the machinery for like the dispensation of the truth, which people need to be motivated. I don't know if they're going to start using us in any other way other than what we already do, but
they're going to destroy that term, truth. If he's putting out a truth app, then people who say I'm a truther.
He'll give you like 60% truth, and the rest of it will be like go along with the mainstream.
That's crazy.
But that term, you're instantly be tarred as a Trump supporter, and you.
So look, if you think about this, look. So what they did is they showed that they're not, that they're willing to sacrifice people's livelihoods and business and destroy the entire industry of the largest nation and most prosperous nation on earth, right? The U.S., like supposedly we were the most prosperous, right? Even though we've been mortgaged, whatever. I digress. But so.
Well, we were started on a lie to begin with, and everything's fiction.
Hold on, remind me, where was I going with that? I know you all know where I was headed. Just remind me.
I don't even know where I was headed.
You were headed on the one world system where the U.S. is one piece.
You said like a rhinoceros, my spirit is prosperous, and pure knowledge expands my esophagus.
Oh, that's not what he said. That's good. I would remember if he said that.
That helps. That's going to help at least.
I want you to actually repeat what you just said now.
I might have to rewind the live stream at some point to see what I actually said.
No, you should rewind and hear what he just said. Say it again. I talked over it. Sorry.
Say it again. Yeah.
Like a rhinoceros, my speed is prosperous, and pure knowledge expands my esophagus. I ride in the night to bring truth to the light, truth of my own, because smooth B will never bite. It's smooth B is from a gangster, so.
Gangsters.
Could you type that into the voice text?
That was hilarious. It sounded like you ever heard Flight of the Conchords? It sounded like one of their rhymes.
Oh, okay.
Because just there was enough inflection with your accent that I missed some of it. Like I was offbeat, and I was catching esophagus and rhinoceros and preposterous or something like that. But I couldn't put the words together in logical form. So I'm like, if you could type it.
It's
I'm
not
lame.
my.
I'm a lame ass. So.
The rapper Smooth B, and it's from a gangster. So.
Huh.
Look up Flight of the Conchords, Ryman Rhinoceros.
Ryman Rhinoceros.
Yeah.
That's preposterous. Holy rhinoceros. Wow. I can't believe I stay up this freaking late. What am I doing?
Is it that late? It's not that late. It's only 1:53.
Yeah. Not that late.
Not too bad. Not yet. Maybe late because you never went to sleep last night or something.
I have restless sleep. Most of the time, I don't sleep very well.
But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I think they're kind of backing us. I think, and there's been small little things okay, flat Earth was totally suggested to all of us to begin with. So they're like, oh, go ahead, find out, because you're gonna cause the conflicts that we need, and then we're gonna have Trump come in, and they're totally paralleling the vaccine denial with the with flat Earth, publicly a couple times, totally equating it as if it's the same thing and conflating it.
So,
when the people start croaking from the jabby jab, then it's going to be like, oh no, they were wrong. And he goes down, and Trump comes in. I'm saying, if you wrote this movie, I can imagine they wrote it like this. Fauci goes down, Trump goes, comes back. People are cheering because he's finally going to do away with the evil guy who made us get these shots, and now they're not doing so well for people.
And all that whole crowd.
He needs to come in and save us from the war that's fucked up our economy.
Yeah, then look, telegraph.
Everything.
Hold on. Let me interject. So that at that point, all those evil ones will have to go off to Antarctic somewhere in an island off pond to go to their little Pedalgate Island somewhere off in the distance, and then continuing on, the saga continues.
Wow, I wasn't even thinking about bringing the Outer Ponders in here, but that's all right. We can bring Outer Ponders into the script.
No, I'm saying that the elite will go off to the place that they already know about, somewhere out that we're not allowed to go to. And they say that, no, they went all to prison. No, they went to a resort somewhere.
Oh, you mean the elite that control the elite?
Yeah, because the world's a stage, so whatever's happening on the screen, the big screen, in politics or whatever is not what we think it is. So that's behind a veil. Behind the background, they're going, okay, so we're moving this chess piece here. That's going to mean this regime changed, but we're all buddies, and we're not, we have allegiance to each other. We're faithful. So we'll just move you here. You'll be set up for life. You live in a resort area. You just don't have any contact. You'll be self-sufficient. Everything you need will be provided. You'll live in luxury the rest of your life, and your children's and theirs. Away from public view, you're gone. So we don't know. Did they die? No, we don't know if they died. Maybe they were just retired. We've been talking about this for years too. So anything that appears on the screen is nothing that we think it is, and I prefer to choose the opposite of what they're showing is what's really going on. Right. If they say Kobe,
the thing is, if Trump comes in and the act is played out as if that's what happened, even though it is what happened, and we know it's all fake, it is what happened. It is what's going to happen, and the economy will get better, and it'll seem like he saved us. And I guess he kind of did, because that was his part to play. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So listen, here's the thing. I'm from Missouri, so literally, if they say Kobe Bryant died in an airplane crash with his daughter, then guess what didn't happen? Right. Kobe Bryant he didn't die in a helicopter crash in the Malibu Hills with his daughter.
I don't think he did either.
I know. And so why were the Simpsons or Family Guy or whoever it was showing him crashing with the same number of
Yeah.
jersey in a helicopter crash a couple years before?
Yep. That was Boondock Saints.
Where did that? Yeah,
Boondock
where did that come from? Wow,
Oh, there was
that
tons. There was commercials. Oh, I went deep on that one. There was
was
commercials
that's
where
crazy.
he's got a basketball. And he throws it at a helicopter and it blows up in the air.
What? See,
Yep.
see, they're trolling us.
Yeah.
They're trolling us.
Yeah, everything's a
Trolling
troll.
us. The us specifically.
It's
People like
incredible.
us.
And NASA's trolling us too. The hairspray,
exactly.
the
It's all
hairspray
part
is
of
just
it.
so bad. It's all meant to be bad.
Yeah,
It's not
but they
supposed to be
suck.
good.
Like NASA are just rookies. They're
No. It's not that they're rookies. They're professional rookies on purpose
Yeah, that's
to be
good.
hokey enough. That we'll go and say, "Isn't this ridiculous?" They're setting up the info war.
I know, but what are they?
People that believe it because it's so obviously unbelievable, and then they hire people to play the other side, mostly probably,
Right.
you know, and just act like they believe it, so that it keeps this like fake war going on.
But what are they using as a gauge to determine how stupid people are to lower the rail that far down?
It's a study.
Like some computer shit.
I don't get it, man.
AI
what are they
calculations.
using? It's so stupid. It's like, wow, are you really like okay? Like you're playing these little games down at the 3-foot level. I'll kick you in the teeth. Like
you were saying, what's your name? What the other guy was saying, it's so silly just to even think these people believe that they live on a spinning ball. Like at this point, it's like, do you really think that?
Is that crazy? I know.
It's silly.
That's
you know, you feel like laughing at them all the time, but that's what makes us interested. My interest is how many actually do believe it, and how many are saying they believe it, or where's their range of cognitive dissonance to being in this conversation for 2 years and still
I honestly think like Star Wars is enough.
Yeah,
I think it's that bad. That's what I think.
It's that bad. It's as bad as Star Wars. Yeah, it's like. No, it's terrible. Star Wars is way better. I mean, Stanley Kubrick made 2001: A Space Odyssey before the moon landing, if he helped with that. And so they did it shoddy on purpose.
What a quinky dink! What a quinky dink that was!
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Sad.
You can't make that stuff up.
See, that's why I mean, like, you literally, some Hollywood shows you some shit, and the school told you it, that done. You believe it. That's done. That's all it takes.
It might be that they're planning on a destruction of a self-destruction. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
like they're planning on making us the trigger and using it as a way of selling us more lies. That's what I think. And yeah, you're in a flat Earth.
Okay.
Think about it. They want to get us into smart cities, right? They'll be like, okay, it's flat Earth. We had this deal with the Outer Ponders. We had a treaty, and we couldn't leave this area anyway. These people gave you the fantasy, but now we've defeated them. So we're going to have a new rule and a new benevolence and government and all the stuff that we want. And it's going to seem like that, but it's like a military operated internet, very more restricted because of the openness. Like if they take away the YouTube, or whatever that bill is that Trump was all about, if they start doing shit like that and making us responsible for our own content, then it could be worse for us. Who knows? But what I'm saying is, if they want to get us in smart cities and they say, yeah, it's a flat Earth and there's a dome over you, but now the air is contaminated. And, we have to get these little other domes to protect us from the air that's inside the bigger dome. And people will believe that much more if you tell them you're inside a dome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
You're killing it, man. You're killing it.
People are pretty dumb. So listen, I remembered what I was going to say before. So listen, let me stay on track. So they sacrificed people's livelihoods, damaged them, and killed people basically with this phony system that we've seen in the last 2.5 years.
Correct.
And what they did is they got people to such a low level that either you survived with the system or you learned to survive completely without them.
Yeah,
So it
off
seems
grid
to me.
or totally compliant.
So it seems to me that if they can learn, if they separated the ones of us that can survive without anything they have to offer, then they can find out what's real. And so what they're going to do with that information, I don't know. I really don't. Like, I know they're not going to go on a land war with people like me, like gorillas, fighting in the jungle in my land. I doubt it. They know they can't win. They'll never win that battle against me and people like me that will fight to the death. Like, I don't care what kind of, it doesn't matter. You know what the magnitude of, even if they were people that were willing to fire on their own peoples, even if they were some foreign troops or something, they still, firepower has never been a determination in war. It isn't. So I'm not worried about that. If they were going to do something like that, more power to them. See what happens after that. They're going to have big problems. There's more guns here in some cities than there are in entire countries.
Yeah, they don't care. I think there's a lot of psyoping going on with that whole thing too. People aren't going to be able to fight the government with their weapons. That's just
No,
fact.
not at all.
If that ever came to it, but it's not going to be. If they want to sell more guns, they want to make you think they're going to take your guns away, so they sell a bunch of guns.
They would only be doing it with drones in some office somewhere, and they wouldn't know they were shooting.
Yeah, they got too much. They can. I don't know if it's true, but I guess they use some electromagnetic weapons on people over in Australia or something. I don't know.
That's what I was mentioning earlier. There was some good evidence of it. People's faces were messed up.
Wow.
That's what it seemed like. Who knows? Could be a scare tactic. Yeah, you never know.
Welcome to your cinco el jeje eje ga ahe. What did I say that? Wait a minute.
What?
A B C D F A E F A. Hate.
Whoa! I don't know where you're going.
In Spanish.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to.
I don't speak it, so it's hard to figure out.
I'm trying to pronounce, and I forgot, and that's bad. I did I did terrible.
It's all right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Say it in English.
A B C D E F A Jota.
I think that's.
Jota.
I think whoever speaks that language would be laughing at your pronunciation of all that.
I'll mess it up and I'll start doing like Indio Hotel X-ray. No, I'm sorry. God, never mind. Don't mind me. Gracias. Thank you.
You're talking about Welcome to the New World Order, basically.
No, I was just being goofy, and I don't know what got me on trying to pronounce the alphabet in Spanish, but I tried. I didn't make it.
Flat Earth is like a drug, man, and we're all high on it. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you. I like that.
Yeah.
It's like tripping. I always say that flat Earth is like walking up to a normal person and talking about flat Earth with them is like walking up to them and offering them a permanent hit of acid. Like even us, we probably wouldn't take it either if we knew it was a permanent hit of acid, right? You'd find that out after you take it, right? But like they last forever, and the reason you're tripping is because you realize that everybody else is tripping and you're on a stationary Earth.
Wow, that's a really strange idea, man. Think about that. Yeah, I've said that before. Like flat Earth, the Discord here is proof you don't need psychedelics.
Yes. Well, yeah.
No need for psychedelics because you got that right. Same thing right here.
It is the acid of information, that's for sure.
I've had total spirals of laughing. I had to just put myself on mute and roll and be in this weird state of uncontrollable laughter.
Yeah, like that guy you were on just with the other night, like that. It sounded like I was laughing my ass off just imagining that it was Drace trolling you. Because the guy sounded kind of like Drace at times, you know. It seemed like this is funny to imagine him doing that accent and making you go.
I heard you say that.
Saying the same thing over and over again. He kept saying the same thing. I do not want to. I did not come here to tell you what to think.
I was
come here to laugh at you.
Might have been. Drace, you
I
wouldn't
don't
do
know. Who knows?
that. Drace,
Soon
you
as you
would,
I think you should say it regardless of what it was.
Drace, you wouldn't do that to me, would you?
As soon as you said picture it's Drace, I woke the family up laughing.
You know what? I think the flat earthers might be trolling Sunny.
Who's that
I
saying
don't
that
care.
about Trace?
That's
I
good,
don't have my
man.
phone.
I'm happy. I'm glad. I like it. I welcome it. Yeah, it's cool, man.
He's just such a funny person. He's a funny person in general,
He
but he's
is.
he's funny even when he's being serious. Like even when he like flat smacks somebody, it's like he's telling a joke the whole time because everything he says is funny for some reason to me.
Yeah, he is.
Just his inflections and his like frustration that comes out in such a I don't know, clever way.
Well, listen, the tone of his voice makes me see the expression in his eyebrow or something. Like he's
right?
Like,
yeah, you can almost see exactly what he looks like.
Voice, like
voice.
I hear his eyebrow in the voice of like,
right?
You wouldn't like the way he says things. Like you wouldn't think that you would have, a flat section where it's supposed to be curving, would you? Now the way,
right? Yeah, the sarcasm is so dry and so smooth.
Now would that be something that you would think is logical?
Right, exactly.
Like that curling eyebrow right there.
So you're
the Drace eyebrow. Should somebody get a meme out here? Rolling that meme, the eyebrow Drace. We don't know what he looks like. We don't care. We'll make up some shit. Look what they did with India. They made India. They made India look like that little like so grasshopper. The master. Welcome to the master class.
I thought that he put that up there. I thought that
India
was his
probably. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
did he
from
make that?
Kill Bill. Yeah, the guy from Kill Bill. The Zen master from Kill Bill.
Yeah, we talked to Yena. I hope we didn't blast Yena out of the room. Like she sounded like a very nice girl, a flat earther. Wow, that's a true.
Well, it's kind of it's a big, huge, undertaking in one day to go straight from like hearing about it for the first time to like totally getting flats or on a panel of people that are intelligent and actually saying this is the case.
Dude, to be honest, I think she's a geocentrist from start.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
we talked about the Bible.
Your friend?
Bunch. No.
Wait, your friend that you had at your house tonight?
No, the girl. No, the girl that was on here a little earlier. Isn't that who you're talking about, Stormfire?
I was talking about. Yeah, shoot. Is it Yena?
Yena. Me too.
Yeah. Okay.
The girl that was at your house, your friend.
No.
Or no?
No. Someone else. Someone that was on here.
Oh, I was going to ask you guys are talking about someone named Flat Earth Girl, something like that has a bunch of members on Facebook.
That's totally separate issue.
Right. I'm just asking, like, who's this Flat Earth Girl? How do I meet her?
Oh, she's got a big Facebook. She's just got a big Facebook.
Yeah, she's got like 8,000, 10,000 members or something.
Is she new to the topic, or is she somebody we know?
I don't know.
She's new to the Discord. She's been a flat earther for a bit. She grew up in it.
That's right. You were saying she was geocentrist. She was geocentrist. Okay, but it's not the same girl you're talking about.
Flat Earth Girls is the name of the Facebook account, so I think she just kind of called it. Yeah, I think she called herself Flat Earth Girl just to kind of encapsulate all of that group.
I got you.
I want to inspect and make sure that T-shirt is fitting just perfectly the way it's supposed to. That's just me anyway.
Is there a T-shirt picture I should see?
Yeah, we could show you.
Yeah, you're just imagining that. Okay.
Oh no, I'm not.
Send it to me. DM
for her.
I'll find it for you.
She's probably making a killing.
Yeah, DM me your picture and a link to her, whatever, Facebook.
Oh, come on, man, do your own research. I'll show you the picture. That's it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
That's funny.
Do your own research. Maybe the picture will make me know if it's worth it.
Wait a second, I'll find it.
But what I was gonna say, she said she was a geocentrist. Both these chicks you're talking about, or is it the same chick?
Yeah, from what she said, yeah, she's been a geocentrist for a while.
But okay, now I don't get that concept still. Okay, like how is it a ball without moving? Right, the whole idea of the geocentrism to begin with is it's a ball in space, just like they're showing us, but it doesn't move. The stars and everything else move around it. But how are we a ball if there's no gravity and no spinning? How
A lot of people walk upside down and all that crazy stuff.
Just a weird combination of like, that cosmology plus flat Earth. That's really what it is.
Right. But the thing is it works without it being a ball. When you say geocentric, the only difference is that you still think it's a ball. You just think it's a stationary ball. Am I right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, unless you,
makes sense.
unless you're buying all the space stuff, right? People buy the space stuff.
Well, that's the way it's like kept with the space stuff.
There you go.
It's still a ball, surrounded by endarkenment.
In the live stream voice text, there you go.
Buy it for your girl, no doubt.
Oh, the T-shirt. Okay, is that her in the T-shirt though?
I hope so.
I think so.
At least she wants you to think so.
We're all imagining that it is, so if it is or not, doesn't matter.
Just don't tell us the truth. If you're fat and ugly, just don't tell us, okay?
It's somebody that you're wondering about the rest
I
of.
haven't looked at it yet.
She'll be back. She'll be back on Ladies' Night.
All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but the more interesting part was the idea that geocentrists, supposedly, the idea is that they allowed you to think that Earth was stationary, like, because there's too many people at some point probably that were just like, at first when they were trying to sell this heliocentrism, they were like, wait a minute, we're a ball spinning, that doesn't mean I don't feel like I'm moving. So they had to like give us the idea that it was a ball, but it was somehow working still in space. But do they have an explanation for gravity and all that still with the ball not moving?
Wow. Wait, hold on. Okay, so it's so unbelievable that they had to start at those levels. Imagine it.
Probably. I mean, that just seems like that's my logical deduction, right?
Everybody at all times have been
like, how do you stay on the
ridiculous.
Earth upside down relative to right side up if you're on a ball without the gravity and all that? So it doesn't make any sense to be like remaining a geocentrist. If you realize that you're not spinning, you should just realize it's also
I'm not saying that they
still
are. I'm just saying that like they grew up in that style of thinking, and so it's just not hard. I've already heard it a couple times. I haven't been here that long, and people that grow up in it, they shift right into flat Earth easy.
Well, yeah, of course, because it makes way more sense. Like it's like you're going halfway with it doesn't make sense, but this really doesn't make sense still. I mean, the whole gravity thing's what they needed to keep the ball gravity idea going. Like, but maybe it did work up to it though. They started with the stationary ball, and then they're like, okay, now it's spinning, and we'll tell them it's spinning 1,000 miles at the equator. We'll have all the math worked out, reverse engineer. They're gonna. Oh wait, will they buy the whole going around the sun thing, you think? Yeah, well, let's do that. We'll tell them it's 93 million miles away. So they started with like 70 million. Oh, let's knock it up to 93 million. Okay, now what we're going to do? Tell them that the stars, there's no parallax. Oh, we'll tell them it's all swarming together.
You're 100% spot on, and there's one thing that we're missing, and I don't want to do the research in it, but it has to do with the wood of the holly.
What's that?
That's like the glue. It's the glue to the whole deal.
The what of the holly?
Yeah, Hollywood.
Oh, the Hollywood.
In some way, the technology behind it is the glue to like the whole thing, to believing anything, to believing every word that's said.
Oh yeah, the media for sure. Yeah, the media and the propaganda. And the propaganda weaved into the stories in a way that we don't even recognize it except unconsciously. Yeah. And then it's tied to the whole advancement and the technology. Like people will often still say, "Oh, how's my cell phone work if space is fake?"
Right, because we were cavemen. Look at where we're now. Because we were cavemen at some point, right? See where the psychology,